Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast presented by DJ City. I'm your host, DJ Crooked. I've got DJ Never.
Yo, what up, yo?
We got DJ D Miles.
What's good? What's good?
Jamie the Great.
Yeah.
And we got a special guest. It's actually been, I think, almost 2 years to the day.
Yeah.
You were one of our first guests over here. One of my favorite DJs in the city. Definitely has become the face of Las Vegas hip hop, I think. And he's a resident DJ at Dre's, known for his Dre's, the Sunday Party, which is hitting like a massive level of recognition in the country.
I just hit 5 years, too.
5 years. Congratulations on that. We got DJ Franzen. What's good? Yo, what's good, man?
What's good, my brothers?
So 5 years now.
5 years. My longest running residency ever in life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice, man.
In life.
That's not easy.
5 years.
5 years.
No,
I was gonna ask you.
It's not.
I was gonna ask you. When did you start? 2014, 15?
The beginning of 2015.
Beginning of 2015.
January 4th, 2015 was my first night at Dre's.
Wow.
How has it evolved from then to now? I mean, I can tell you one thing from my perspective, as someone who goes to Dre's, the door is unbearable.
Yeah.
Like trying to get into the club.
Fuck.
There's like layers to it.
Yeah.
It's
like a Super Mario game. You keep passing the levels.
And I hate bothering you or Cyber Kid or Robbie.
You guys are always good, though.
Yeah, but I hate bothering motherfuckers. Like I hate there's no other way to get in without bothering somebody.
Exactly.
You guys are always good with me. Just know that.
Yeah. I don't know.
But when I get at the door, Franzen, we're good with you. With the door.
But it's not even that. Like I get through the
$4.
door. You go to the elevator, and then you got to get through to the DJ booth, which is like the VIP section.
That's even worse.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Trying to get there.
Yeah, that's like
fires.
That's
because nobody want to bother you, Franzen, while you DJ.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like I need security bugging you, but it's like it's really strict to get into that DJ booth.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, to the section.
You gotta have a wristband just to get into that area.
Yeah, to that area. But
that
the
VIP
DJ booth,
it's kind of backstage, right?
It really is.
Yeah,
that's how it's set up. You know, that's the gift of Dre's nightclub. Like, I know we've all played at various locations before, but when you're DJing, you get in this zone and you don't like to be bothered. That's a lot. That goes for a lot of DJs.
Yeah,
and I'm not the type of DJ to have 5-10 people around me while I'm DJing. I like to really be up there by myself in my own zone.
Yeah.
But as far as the section goes, it's pretty tough to get in there. But if I see you guys are going to be good regardless.
No, you'll always take care of us. Yeah.
You send Gino.
Always.
Gino will come pick this
there
up.
it is.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like a thought. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. You be like, especially with the wristband.
I see those every week.
I feel like so thirsty. I'm just like.
Keep calling.
I'm like waiting for Franzen to like.
Can
turn
you
his
get
head
Franzen?
around. Like, yo, can you,
Gino? Gino.
And I'm with her. Can we get in? Like,
it's not just me. I'm bringing some.
But you know what? That's a lot of venues in Vegas, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They make it tough like that for a reason.
It's not. No, I mean Dre's is. I mean, all clubs on a Saturday night in Vegas can be a shit show, but I would say Dre's
definitely
is because you have the artists in the section there,
right? Exactly.
So it's even more like you can't bring.
It's not just the artists too. Remember, it's also the owners section.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of shit going on.
Everybody like
it's like the VIP.
Yeah.
Of the whole venue, VIPs, the artists,
like
right.
celebrities who are in town, athletes who are in
uh-huh.
town, they go there. You know,
and it's crazy because sometimes you'll see like a basketball player or a Instagram model trying to get in.
Yeah.
And for the life of them, they can't get in that area.
We still doing the Instagram model shit?
Yeah, we still.
They still around.
I remember one time I was at a table on the dance floor. I looked up. I'm like, is that Dave Chappelle? Like he was literally just there chilling on that little side on the stage. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Dave, ever since I've been DJing at Dre's, whenever Dave's in town, he'll hit me and be like, I'm coming through tonight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like Dave Chappelle really loves music.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Hip hop particularly, but I remember one time he took the mic, he was loaded. This dude was drunk. He took the mic and he started singing 1999 by Prince. And everybody's looking at him like, what is this dude doing? A lot of people don't know that song. I love Prince. So I was grooving, but I'm looking at the crowd and they're like, what is Dave Chappelle doing right now?
Did Dave drink?
Yeah.
Does he?
It's funny though that the first time I saw him, he was drinking duels. Is that the non-beer? That's a non-beer.
Yeah.
He was drinking those.
Nah, he drinks. So
No, he drinks.
Yeah.
It's funny. He opened up his latest stand-up comedy with that exact same song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
1999.
Sticks and Stones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Prince.
right. That's right.
So
He
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 opened
did.
up
opened with
with
that.
Yeah.
Maybe that night of Dre's
probably
inspired
inspired
that joint,
him.
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
he loved the song. He sang the whole song damn near the first verse.
But didn't he do like a little speed? He did like a good 3 to 5 minutes on the mic. Pause.
yeah, he always does, man. He always
Yeah.
goes up there and talks to the crowd. The people love him, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course,
He's
yeah.
an icon. Like,
Yeah.
But you
for
get
what
shit
he's
like
done.
that. You got to juggle shit like that when you DJing, kind of.
Yeah,
like, right?
you do. But man, that's Dave Chappelle.
Okay,
you
so
know?
then what do you
Yeah.
play after Dave Chappelle gets on? That's the thing, right?
See, Dave, he really likes. He loves, like I said, he loves hip hop. But that '90s and 2000s era,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I play like a Biggie or a Pac record, or even like an old school Fabulous record or OJ record,
Yeah.
he'll go crazy.
It's funny, like people don't realize, like when everyone wants to get into the big rooms with the celebrities,
Yeah.
and the trick is how to DJ for
The
celebrities in the big room, like. And it's not only that, like I know Ross One, he'll do like the Rock Nation brunch. There's not many dudes who can DJ that room
Right.
without embarrassing the rapper by playing all their songs. There's so many dudes in there. There's so many beefs. There's so many relationships.
Yeah.
You gotta find a good way to finesse. Like if Meek's there, you ain't gonna play like Dreams and Nightmares. You gotta play like a B-side on the album. You gotta
Yeah.
play an
House
album
party.
cut. You know
Gotta
what I'm
play
saying?
some cool shit.
Yeah. And it's like there's a certain way to finesse it, and you can even tell like if you get to know certain artists, you'd be like, I know what I can get his attention. He'll be more comfortable to maybe get on the mic and start rapping some shit.
And you
all
know,
that, right?
sometimes the artists, they don't even want to hear their own records.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you ever get that? Like an artist come up to, artist people
Like,
come up to
he
you.
hit you with the like, yeah, no, not tonight.
tell you,
That's a rare thing with hip hop artists, though. They want to hear their records in
Yeah.
the club.
I
Kind
know.
You know
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
I kind of get a feel because for the most part, like I know a lot of them personally, so I kind of get a feel on, how they react, or I'll look at their body language, But if the people around them are having fun, just let it go. They want to hear your music.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You make
Yeah.
good music. Like
Yeah.
leave it alone. Like I remember like when Drake first started coming out here and we did, private parties at the Palms, all these sweet parties I used to throw at the Palms. And I'd, do a little Drake set, and he'd be like, bro, change the music. I'm like, bro, do you see these people dancing? You see these girls singing to your record? Like, they're passionate about it.
Yeah.
Like, let it go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You could tell Drake that, yeah, for real.
I mean,
Definitely.
he said when Drake first came out,
you
would you
just-
do
did
that
you-
now? If Drake would like come up to you, if Drake come up to you, be like, hey, friends, please don't play my music right now.
He knows I'm going to play his music. That's one guy that knows that. He knows I'm a fan of his music, and, I've been down with dude since day one. So, I mean, he makes a lot of DJs' job easier.
Yeah,
100%.
very easy.
You
Shout out
know
to
what I
Trey.
mean? So,
hell yeah.
and I
Yeah.
tell him that all the time, and I think he gets it now.
Yeah.
But earlier in his career, he's like, man, don't play my shit when I'm there. It is what it is, though.
Is it like Drake? You've been down with OVO, you've been down with Drake, and y'all motherfuckers are tight, like,
Crazy.
really
We
tight.
just the last time he was at the Win, when he did a private show in Intrigue. Check this story out. So there's this billionaire guy who spends a bunch of money at XS.
Yeah.
And Drake was there during CES. This guy couldn't attend because he had a meeting or something, and he's like a big Drake fan. When he found out he couldn't make it, he was like, you know what? I wonder if I could rent Intrigue and book Drake for like $2 or $3 million to perform for me and 60 of my friends.
Wow.
And he made it happen.
Jesus Christ. That's cool.
Like that?
Just like that.
Wow.
And it was just a private event for him and his friends.
Like literally there was like 80 to 100 people there. And Drake's going all out like he's performing for 20,000 in
Wow.
an arena. Yeah.
Yeah. As
Crazy.
soon as that wire came in,
Yeah, as soon as the cash app cleared up,
you gotta put on that arena energy, yo.
Yeah.
Jesus
For
Christ,
real.
man.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He's like,
Were you
God,
there?
No, I wasn't there.
You wasn't
I
there?
had to work at Dre's that night.
I gotta ask a question because as a DJ, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like I see things from your perspective.
Mhm.
So knowing that you have a relationship with Drake, does it kind of hurt? And it's not. I know it's not personal, but does it kind of hurt that Drake has a residency at like XS and you can't DJ there because obviously you're at Dre's and you have an exclusivity with Dre's.
Like,
but it's kind of like, damn, we're in the same city.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we
We're
can't throw
friends
down
for
together.
mad
You know what I
long.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, you know what? Why can't we get him at Dre's? But I understand the politics of,
Right.
you know what's going on. Trust me, I've been trying to get dude at Dre's for the last 4 or 5 years, but you know, due to the politics out here in Vegas and politics everywhere in the world, like we just couldn't make it happen. You know what I mean? But I mean, we do other shit besides the club, which is more fun and more valuable to me.
I know y'all do like after parties at Rhino.
Oh man, those get crazy.
And then it goes to Aria, where to elevate.
That too.
You can't speak on that part though. But I know that Rhino. I've been at Rhino, Spearmint Rhino. You know, shout to the fellas there. Shout to Zachariah.
Yeah.
Shout to
Reggie.
James, Reggie, all Mark, all
I
the
love the
homies.
Rhino.
Yeah.
Throw up the Rhino sign.
Yes, sir.
One time.
By the way, their food is amazing over there.
Yeah, have you had the
my
salmon
God.
there?
The salmon. I haven't had the salmon.
I've been trying to put Crooked on, man. He don't want the
salmon?
teriyaki salmon, man.
My new thing over there is the Loco Moco with the Beyond Meat burger.
Really?
Oh,
wow.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Semi-pause on that one.
That's the Hawaiian style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hawaiian style.
Good for you guys eating that shit at Rhino. I do a lot of shit at Rhino. I don't know if I can eat the salmon.
I don't know if I can eat that seafood at a strip club.
Telling you, man, right now.
Hey, their shrimp over there is amazing. That
What kind of shrimp?
It's like butter shrimp.
You know what? Maybe
Sauteed shrimp.
Maybe
I kind of take his word though. I'll take
maybe if I
word.
tour the kitchen real quick, maybe I ask Zachariah or Mark.
Yeah, let me do expectation. You're the expect.
Man. Like,
I feel like there's an old Chinese lady making all this shit.
4 in the morning, somebody's
You're
like,
the health spec.
No, I feel like there's an old Chinese lady
Has
just
to
killing
be.
it.
Just killing it,
yo.
The
I've
Mexican
never
helpers.
eaten anything that wasn't good at Rhino, straight up.
Hey, yo.
Whoa,
breakfast.
whoa.
Hey,
We don't want to know
whoa,
what you
what's
ate.
up? What's-
Yeah,
what's
what's
going
going
on?
that's a little personal.
Time out, man. Come on.
No, but like I was there at Rhino. You know what I'm saying? I'd be there with homies, and all these girls are trying to get into the Drake room, right?
Yeah. Crazy.
Like
I love
fighting
how
over.
how you say
Crazy.
Drake room.
It's the Drake room, though.
Chinese fire drill.
I see
Crazy.
I see respectable. I see respectable gentlemen in the nightlife industry, promoters, hosts, managers, DJs, also
Trying to get
thirsty, trying to get in there. Like, me, what about me?
I'm Franzen's friend.
Yeah. I'm hearing all of this shit. When all of that happens, and they sometimes run out of singles, right? I think they ran out of singles. They have to have like over 50,000 in singles now.
One time, here's a funny story. One time, it was probably the second or third party we did at the Rhino, and Drake wanted like, I don't know, 50 to 60,000 in ones,
yeah.
and they had to go to a casino to get more ones.
Wow.
Of course, the casino's gonna have money.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
So I think
night.
they gotta have at least over a $150 in ones. Is that possible?
It's possible.
Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
possible.
Oh, yeah.
That's some
sure.
crazy ass shit.
Especially convention time,
Yeah.
like big weekends. They got
Fight
probably,
weekends. Yeah. They got to have it.
And here's the thing too, like a lot of people don't know that the workers, these females, they have to count those ones one by one before they check out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
That's work.
hey, you get 10,000 ones that night, you got to count all 10,000 ones, girl.
But that's the funny thing is you see shorties. You see shorties. It's not it's not the strip club. Like Rhino isn't like the Atlanta or New York
Absolutely not.
where everyone shares whatever falls on the floor. They don't share that shit. So literally, I don't know what they work out at Rhino, but I see girls walking out of the Drake room with like
Trash
Bags.
bags.
a duffel bag
bags.
or a trash bag of ones. Because
Guaranteed.
because they're like, I earned this shit. I'm not sharing with these other bitches.
Yeah, no
Guaranteed.
tip sharing.
Yeah. There's no tip sharing there.
Jesus.
So you'll see like, it's like a real shit show. Like a bunch of thirsty motherfuckers trying to get in. Strippers walking out with like duffel bags and trash bags of ones, and everyone's just like, yo, we need to get in. Like, what the fuck? Like, and it's getting crazy, yo.
Yeah, and then you see other strippers seeing that. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I got to get in. I got to get my bag too.
And I feel bad for the dudes that like the regular dudes outside, because all the strippers are kind of like giving them dances, but they're looking at that Drake door.
They're
Like,
like,
They'd rather be there.
they're waiting for the opening just
They'd
to
rather
happen.
be in the Drake room
They
instead
wait
of
for
being
that.
in
They
the
wait
Wave
for that
room.
in.
I feel like the dudes are like, yo, man, if you want to go to the Drake room, you could go. Like,
Got a
you know,
half-ass lap
you know,
dance.
Yeah, you could have. They'd be like, I'll be right back. Be like, you lying? You going to the Drake room, right? You lying to me, right?
You going with that light skin motherfucker?
You going to the Drake room? But I do want to talk about your 5 years at Dre's, because I think that's a milestone. I think that's.
Monumental.
Definitely, man. I was tripping off that shit myself.
I think it's something you should be very proud of. But I want to
Most
know. I
definitely.
want to know as a DJ how you approach that night, because I know doing a weekly night like that without sounding redundant, without doing the same mixes, without having the same energy, and then having fun and approaching it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that?
And sometimes you're there from like Thursday to Sunday, right?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Most of the times, with the exception of if I'm out of town.
Yeah.
You know, like doing other stuff.
So, like, how would you? Obviously, I would think you would approach a Sunday differently from a Friday and Saturday.
Well, Sunday when I'm by myself, when there's no artist, it gives me a little bit more leeway to, you know, play some of the stuff that you don't usually hear in the club.
Right.
So Sunday I'll do a little 15, 20-minute R&B set, and you could see I'm the type of DJ that looks at the crowd all the time. I got to make sure they're having fun. So when I do that R&B set or that 90s or that 2000s set, you see a whole different energy come out of people. Yeah. Because they're hearing this song that came out in middle school and high school, you know, songs that came out when they couldn't even go to clubs yet. And now they're in Vegas. They're drunk. They're having a good time. They're on vacation. And when they hear that song, it just hits them differently. You know what I mean? So that leeway right there is cool when I'm by myself. But, you know, when there's an artist, because, you know, artists at Dre's, they perform for 45 minutes. Like, it's a real show. Like, you can't have, like, we had an artist one time. I'm not going to name no names. He was supposed to do 45 minutes. He only did, I think, like 18 to 20 minutes. And Victor was there. The owner was
new artist?
No, this artist has been around for a minute.
So they had the catalog to do 45.
They had a catalog to do an hour.
Wow.
And he only did like 20 minutes, and
he or she only did 20 minutes. He or she.
It was a he.
Okay.
And that was his first and last time at Dre's.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Victor Dre, the owner, he's on it. He's actually timing that.
Oh,
shit.
he's on it. He's on it. We actually have an iPad on stage by the DJ booth that counts down to 45 minutes.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's right next to
you seen that?
That's interesting.
Yeah. No.
Is there a way you go through music and you organize your music so that you can just play different shit on Sundays? Or
well, my main thing is like I have to play all the hot shit that's out right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, being the headliner DJ, that's what they want to hear. They want to hear all the hot shit that's out right now. But of course I'll mix it up with a little, you know, with a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know, go into an Afrobeat set, a reggae set, whatever it is. The way I approach it, I vibe off the crowd. It's all about the crowd for real and what they're feeling at the time.
And then on the weekends, on a Friday, Saturday, you're really kind of working around the artist.
Most definitely.
And the energy that's built around the artist.
And here's the fucked up thing. I'm pretty sure we've all done this before. You have an artist that's about to perform and you totally forget because you're in the zone. And you totally forget that they're performing that night. And all of a sudden you play their song.
Yeah.
But I'm good at like one time French was there and I played the intro to Unforgettable. And I'm like, oh shit, French is here. And I'm looking at other people. Yo, French is here tonight. So with the beauty of Serato, you can hit that cue button and just keep bringing it back until I get the next record ready.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or bring it back and be like, yeah, I ain't ready for that.
Right, exactly. Or what am I doing right now? He's performing tonight. Like, I'll say some stupid shit like that too.
Oh shit.
But you know, sometimes
I
you'll
like
be
it
in
when
a zone.
DJs admit that they fucked
They're
up.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like when
I'll do it.
When Kid Capri's needle would skip, he'd be like, "Pardon me," and he'll bring the record back. He'd be like, "Oh, you know, it's getting too crazy in here. You know, I got to bring this song back." And he
That's what I don't miss. I don't miss
the needle skip.
the needle skip.
Are you on phases now?
I am. You want to hear something funny? I was the first DJ on Phase in Vegas. I'll never forget because I pre-ordered Phase. Check this out. I pre-ordered Phase. Totally forgot about it. On a Friday, Gino hits me up.
Centuries later.
2 years later. 2 years later. Came in.
Literally, it was like 9-10 months later.
It's like 2 years.
Gino hits me up. He's like, bro, I got something for you. I'm like, what do you have? Bro, you're going to love it. I got something for you. He never told me. He comes to the house with the Phase set up and automatically, like, I'm like, man, I got to learn how to use this shit now.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn how to use this shit now. So, you know, I read the manual, which I rarely do. Because there wasn't really nothing on YouTube yet, right? Yeah. I mean, there was a couple tutorials, but I read the manual. I was like, oh, seems easy. 10, 15 minutes later, I'm rocking with Phase at my house.
Nice. Yeah.
And I'm like really testing it out to make sure, like, you know, this works like a record. You know, on a needle or a CDJ or a Serato control. Like,
so as soon as you got it, did you start using it?
I used it that same night.
Nice.
That same
Because
night.
you got the needles as backup just in case.
I got that, and also, you know, we have that internal mode ready to go.
Yeah.
Like, so
No problems?
no problems.
Did you get the new updated firmware?
I just updated it this
Or you
past
can
weekend.
You don't have to plug it into the mixer.
Oh, no. I haven't got that. I haven't got that update yet, but I did get the update to where your battery lasts like 6 hours now.
No, well, the next one is you don't even have to plug it to the back of the
I
mixer.
heard
It goes straight to the USB.
straight.
Yeah.
I haven't did that yet.
That's good.
I haven't did that yet. I got to try that out, man.
So what
Yeah.
were you doing before? Were you on needles or were you doing CDJs?
No, I was on needles.
You
Never
was on-
CDJs. Yeah, CDJs
Never, huh?
is like my last resort. No, I love the feeling of the. There's like no other feeling of the turntable.
And the thing is, when you DJ, I think I've heard you off and on, and you'll DJ and you'll mix and you'll drop songs on the one, and I won't hear you scratch, but then I'll hear you scratch, and I'll be like, oh, this motherfucker can cut, and
Yeah.
I forget because you're nasty on that shit.
See, the thing is, a lot of people, especially in this generation, they don't understand the art of scratching. To them, like, I'll even ask a couple of people, like, you know what I mean? What do you think of that? They're like, it just sounds like, noise. Because a lot of them don't understand the art of, scratching. So, I mean, I'll pull it out sometimes, like I'll go ahead and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get on it.
I
and
like-
scratch a little.
It sounds. I think
It's got to make sense though. I can't go crazy.
When it's an accent, it sounds so good.
Yeah.
But when people use it as like the main dish, it just gets overwhelming and
That's
shit.
it.
How do you feel about this new generation of like 3-style DJs coming out like that? Kind of just focusing on the 3-style routines and scratching and tone play.
I mean, if it's for
and doing all that shit.
if you're not in a nightclub setting where people aren't like really ready to party like that,
Yeah.
where it's just you're just watching the DJ, then it's cool.
Do you think that could ever work in a nightclub setting effectively?
It depends on what kind of crowd it is, right? Like, because
How about Dre's? Do you think that would work at Dre's?
Hell no.
Play the record, Franny. What are you doing?
all they want to do is party. They just want to party.
They want to hear like 2-3 verses of the song too, because like I remember when I would do Dre's, I'll be cutting off the song after one verse or something, and I would see motherfuckers be like yo, I wanted to catch.
At least
2
you play
verses,
the verse. There's DJs out there just get right out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
As
Play
soon
the
as
hook.
that hook is over, it's over with. They're on to the next record.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But at Dre's, they want to sing that shit. Like they
very true.
Yeah.
But then the other thing I think about nowadays, right? Like, people's attention spans are so short now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this crowd. They get so hyped when they first hear the record and like by the hook, after the first verse. And then if you do end up playing the second verse, sometimes the crowd is just looking around.
You lose them.
Yeah, some of these like new monster records that like they wild out in New York, like Big Drip.
Yeah.
Like all the Pop Smoke shit.
Yeah, all the Pop Smoke, like everyone.
I remember
wilds
playing
out.
Pop Smoke Welcome to the Party like in November.
Yeah,
Had Dre's, nobody knew
nothing.
what it was.
Crickets. Right?
And then next week I go to Toronto to
Poppin'.
EFS.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, the hottest record in the club.
popping.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Now
Crazy.
that how's that record now though?
People know it now, of course.
Yeah.
But it's not as big though, right? I mean, it's not as popping as it was in Toronto.
I think.
Nah.
I know in New York, that record is
Oh my
huge.
God, you could play any of that.
Yeah.
Fivio Foreign and
Exactly, yeah.
all that. Like, you could do all that in New York.
Did the
And
Pop
it's-
Smoke ever really work for you out here though, or was it just something you know what I mean?
I wouldn't say it worked like that. It's more of a regional record. How
Yeah.
I know is because
Yeah.
when I play it, where all my East Coast people at? When they throw their hands up and when I drop the record, I could tell like, okay, they're from the
you
East
could see
Coast.
the sections
They
literally.
know this record.
Yeah.
You could literally see the sections like, okay, New York's here and like Brooklyn's here, or you could just see that shit when
Right.
you drop that.
They
And
start
I-
smacking their Timbs
I have
together.
a question too. Like, have you noticed? I mean, I know hip hop's always been regional, but it's become more regional now. No,
Yeah.
there's not those crossover records. It's more like, yo, this is that Cali, LA shit. This is the Bay shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is that New York shit. Oh, ATL. That's the ATL. This is the down south Texas
New
shit.
Orleans.
There's
Yeah.
so many different sounds right now too.
Yeah,
But
but it's so segregated now a little bit, right?
And
It
it
does
wasn't
seem
for, it
like-
wasn't
Because
for a long time,
Nah,
right?
because even when I travel, it's kind of like, all right, like, I got to really conform to what's going on in that city. When before, they would
Very
be like,
true.
yo, let me hear how you New York motherfuckers throw down.
Yeah.
Or let me hear how you Vegas motherfuckers throw down. Now it's kind of like, yo, I got to conform to every fucking city I go to. where it's like we don't want to hear that shit.
What
We
do you-
don't.
what do
We
you
don't
think
want to
that is?
hear what y'all New York motherfuckers listen to. We want to hear what we want to hear in
Yeah.
this city. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Like here's a great example, like the record Uno by MBJ.
Yes.
You play that in the West Coast, they lose
Nuts.
it. They lose it. I remember I played it in Toronto. A couple of people lost it, but a lot of people didn't know what it was. So I think at that certain point right there, you got to let them know, all right, this record right here is one of the hottest records from the West Coast. You know, there's DJs out there that don't like to talk on the mic.
Yeah.
And I respect that, but sometimes you got to let them know what it is.
Yeah.
You just got to let them know what exactly you're playing.
I like that. I got to figure that out. I got to figure that out without sounding like I'm mad at the crowd.
Right.
Like you gotta be like, yo, this is the biggest record on the West Coast. I don't know what's wrong with y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You can't be I'm just letting y'all know.
Y'all
that
not
this
ready
is
for this,
popping.
man. Y'all not ready for this.
Because
Don't
I
push this shit.
would play that in Miami. I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm doing a reggaeton set. I'm like, yeah, let me drop this.
Yeah.
And then everyone would stop dancing. And it'd be like some young people that would keep dancing. I would be like, oh, okay, this is not that type of record. You know what I'm saying? But everywhere I'm going, like even on the West Coast and even in Vegas, and you could tell me this, I've always struggled with dance hall. I've always struggled with dance hall. Isn't it
To
crazy?
me, like when I get into dance hall, I'm playing like to get them in the mood first. I'm playing like stuff like Sean Paul and Sasha,
Yeah.
Baby Boy, Work by Rihanna, and then I'll get into like some old Sean Paul.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like some of the newer stuff, like to me, like Vibes is one of my favorite. Vibes Cartel is one of my favorite dancehall artists. Like that dude's literally the king of dancehall.
Yeah.
This dude's been locked up for so many years and still putting out music. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
So I'll build myself up. That's my whole setup. And then of course, with the reggaeton nowadays, you play the MIA and the what's the one song? How do you pronounce it?
Calladita.
Calladita.
Yeah.
Yo.
So are you able to play those records at Dre's?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I get into a group. I gotta, like I said, I gotta look at the crowd and see who's out there. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if they feel it when I drop it, if they feel it, I'm gonna play a couple more of those.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I'm going to the next. I'm going to the next vibe.
Yeah.
I just gotta not take it personally when the crowd's not feeling.
It's not always about you.
When I get mad, I get upset. I'm like, oh, y'all motherfuckers don't know this guy.
Because listen,
Uneducated.
like my favorite thing going to the East Coast, especially like New York or going to Toronto, Montreal,
Toronto, huh?
Oh man, you play reggae, you play dancehall,
Afrobeats, crazy.
An hour and a half. I love it. I love that shit because it's so much culture in that music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love going to Miami and going to like Wynwood and hearing all of these DJs. Everywhere I go, it's like I don't hear any bad sets, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miami DJs, and we want to make it out to Toronto.
Man.
We want to bring it out, so we're gonna ask you. After this, like some DJs that we could link up with and stuff like that. Yeah,
definitely.
Because I definitely want to go out there. Yeah, so it's always been a struggle, kind of with dance hall and.
I love
like,
dance hall though, man.
But it's a struggle in Vegas.
It
right?
really is because the way I look at it, Vegas is so commercial because you have so many people out here from from different parts of the world that come out here and all they want to hear is the popular shit.
Right.
Everything that's popping right now. And sometimes it is hard to try to get into, the dance hall stuff, and some.
So
of the,
when you do
some of the
dance hall
reggaeton.
at Dre's, how long of a set do you do?
Yeah.
Like
10-15 minutes, give them a little taste.
Yeah.
That even seems kind of long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But like, so when you do a room like Dre's now, and you approach it, and what is your biggest advice when there's guest DJs that come on to cover for you or like cover a night for you? What do you tell them?
Man, that's tough. Read the crowd.
That's not. He's not helping you.
No.
You know what?
Read the crowd and just if you're the headliner that night, make sure you play all the hot shit.
Like the
definitely
the
You have to.
definitely no EDM.
Definitely no. Definitely no.
Hashtag no
Not
EDM.
at Dre's.
No. But like, what are the big songs for you right now?
Right now,
Yeah.
Jesus. I guess. I mean everything that's hot right now. Let's see here. There's
Like Orange Soda is popping.
Orange Soda is a hard record to get going right now.
Is
I love
it?
that record.
It's
Is
dope.
it?
Yeah, I love that. And I've been playing that record at Dre's for like 2 months, but there's only a couple people that really know that record.
But Vegas, when you play, I guess every night could be different at Dre's. But I'm saying you're mostly catering to a West Coast crowd. Most of the time?
More of a mixed crowd, because before I even get on, I ask people, where you guys from? Midwest, down south, East Coast, West Coast. Like,
Right.
I'll ask them.
It sounds like you're just talking shit, but you actually figuring out the crowd.
I have to.
What's the age group that you're getting? Are you getting like younger in the 20s? Or?
Most definitely. It's
So
like
they kinda
20,
like
21 to 30-year-olds, you know what I mean?
And does the artist kind of dictate the crowd like that night? Like who's a fan
I would
of
say
who?
like, so, I mean, here's a perfect example. You play the box right now, or anything from Roddy Ricch, Ballin', people know it.
Yeah.
#1 album in the country. Like, people know the records.
High fashion.
I love that record.
Yeah.
I play Backseat. That's one of my favorite records with Ty Dolla $ign. But then again, you got artists like Lil Baby, right? You got artists like Gunna. You got artists like
Does Meg Thee
YG.
Stallion work in there?
Huh?
Does Meg Thee Stallion work? Records
Jeff,
hit?
they love all the Meg stuff. Like, for females, like, I cater to the females, and that's what they want to hear. Meg.
Okay.
They still want to hear City Girls. Believe it or not, Act Up is still like reacting.
It's like an anthem.
Right.
It's still reacting. till
Sweetie's
this
still
day.
doing it too, right?
Huh?
Is Sweetie my type?
Actually, you know what?
Is phasing out?
No. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
So, it was my last night of 2019 at Dre's.
Yeah.
And I made a promise to myself.
Yeah.
When I dropped My Type, I was like, this is the last time I'm ever playing this record. I will not play this record in 2020. So I haven't played it since.
Really?
Yeah.
Why that record in
I don't
particular?
know. I don't know. It's just something I said, and I just stuck with it.
Why though? You just don't
I
like the
don't-
record no more? Or
He's
you
over
just,
it.
Nah, I never did like the record. I mean, I do like the original, The Freak League by P.D. Pablo.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Who had one of my favorite video vixens in there. This is before Instagram. What was her name? Oh, man, I forgot her name. Light-skinned chick. Oh, I'm sick.
It wasn't Superhead, was it?
No, it wasn't Super.
Melissa Ford?
No, it wasn't Melissa Ford. It was Esther Baxter.
Oh
Was that her
yeah,
name?
yeah. I think so.
Esther Baxter, yeah.
She the one that looked like Brandy?
No, that's a dark skin.
She's thick.
Okay.
Esther Baxter.
Esther Baxter. Look,
James
he's going on
looking it up
Instagram
right
right now. Do
They
it.
talking about the body. What was it? Was Buffy?
Oh, no, that's not her.
No, that's what a cricket is talking about.
Why do we give a fuck about these video vixens, man?
Yo, that was the hottest thing. And they were in the King magazine.
They really were, man.
Oh, right here?
That's her. That's the Freak League
okay.
video.
Yeah, I
right
know.
there.
Yeah.
Shit.
But
She
I
was
don't know.
bad.
It was just something I said that night, and I don't know. I never really liked the record. Like, I only
Yeah.
played it because the females like it.
It's weird because I'm in different. We're in slightly different rooms, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like in a kind of like a more open format room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anything goes kind of room. I might have to play maybe some EDM. I might have to
Yeah.
do whatever. But these Meg Thee Stallion records never really cross over.
Really?
No.
It's crazy.
Some of them I might put them on. There might be like 30% to 40% of the crowd that know it, but I
Right.
got to get out. They're almost like problem records.
Right.
So
Which
from-
records are you talking about, though? Like Big Ol' Freak and...
Cat
Yeah,
shit.
I mean
Cat
all of
shit.
it. Like to me,
Hot
they're-
Girl Summer?
Yeah, so
Hot Girl Summer
Hot Girl
works,
Summer
yeah.
is a good. I mean that's maybe her biggest hit. That
That you
crossover
play.
hit
Oh,
that I could
really?
just play.
Right.
I feel like I can honestly play that song, and if people who won't even know it will just groove to that shit.
It
It's
just
up
has
tempo, 90
Yeah.
BPM.
And Ty Dolla makes it
95.
And it-
easy to listen to.
And it just sounds good in the club. Like
Yeah.
it's just really mastered well. Like it sounds
Yeah.
good. But
Very true.
But for me, I don't like Meg doesn't have that crossover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she
For
doesn't
me-
have that one like big crossover record yet.
So we were talking that, and I always thought that
I agree
Sweetie
with that.
has a bigger crossover appeal right now to me than Meg, even though Meg
It's the bigger artist.
has more hip hop hits.
Yeah,
Does that make
definitely.
sense?
I mean, more hits in general.
I mean,
so
really-
Saweetie has like 2 records.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's it,
true.
man.
For the
My
past-
Type
But
and
but they just cross over. Do you know what I
I
mean?
feel like My Type was the only one that crossed over.
see, and
I see kind of.
Here's another
know.
thing too. We got to remember. Remember, I was talking about the whole nostalgic feel when you
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you throw that beat on. You know, certain people out there identify that beat as freakily a
Exactly.
Lil Jon beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's another. And then the record she had before was
Icy Girl.
Yeah.
Icy Girl
was My Neck, My Back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
do you not respect? Do you not? I don't know if it's respect, but do you not kind of acknowledge some of these new singles or these songs that kind of just jack the old 2000
Sample,
beats,
let's say
or you don't
not
care
at all. Not
don't
at
care.
all. Like I love how they sample it because I produce too, and like I love sampling records, but
Yeah.
I like to switch them up. I don't like to make them sound like exactly how they sounded when they first came out.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean? So I respect all types
but
of
I feel like
music.
rap has been doing that since the beginning of time.
Very
Stuff been
true.
Different.
Very true.
It's just instead of using the older beats
Right.
like James Brown and whatever they were sampling,
They
just
just went
sampling
over, yeah.
shit that came out in the 90s.
I guess
early
sometimes it's always
2000s.
weird when like someone reworks the record and it sounds almost exactly like he said. It sounds exactly the same, almost like a freestyle.
It's
Yeah.
exact. All London did was add a couple of snares and add a couple of effects. You play that beat and the PD Pablo beat next to each other, they're identical.
Yeah.
They are done.
They're identical. Even to the BPM. 105, like for real.
I mean, you can say the same thing for Act Up.
The City Girls record?
Yeah.
Is that a sample?
I mean, no, I'm sorry, not Act Up, the one with Cardi B.
Twerk.
Chopper
Oh, yeah.
Style.
Yeah, Chopper
Yeah, Chopper Style. That's right. Yeah,
Real
that's
talk.
the same exact beat.
Real talk. Or
Yeah.
just like I'll Take Your Man by the City Girls.
Another
Yeah.
one. That
That's
was
that's Salt and Pepper's
Yeah,
record.
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same exact beat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't knock it because you got to think about it like this. It's kind of like educating the younger people because some of these young people, they like to do their homework.
Yeah.
I know when I was young, where'd this come from?
Yeah.
What they sample? Like I was really like, do you want to talk about a music buff? I was really like asking questions. This is before the internet days.
Yeah.
I would ask the older DJs like, where'd this come from?
Yeah.
I'll never forget like record shopping with Diamond D on Haight Street in San Francisco in the 90s. Taking them around the record stores and, this one right here, yeah, I'm gonna let you hear this part of the record, and this is the part I'm gonna take and sample, and it's just amazing. Like I love that.
I remember when sampling was first popping, and I used to go through my mom and pop's records. I used to find so many gems. I was like, oh shit, they
Guaranteed.
sampled this off of this.
Yeah.
There's
like,
so
what the
much
fuck,
music
man?
out there. There's
Yeah.
so much music out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's universal. Once you get that sound, people who don't even understand our language will groove to it.
Yeah.
That's how powerful music is. That's why we're all here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
Exactly.
the music last year, as far as club music? Because I think
last year was
the
a very
worst.
slow. Yeah, it was a very slow year for music last year.
I've been DJing. How long?
talking
I know you've
about
been
that.
DJing. What? How long you been DJing?
Actually,
Since he was 14.
you want to hear? You want? Okay, yeah. Since I was no, I got my first set of turntables when I was 12. I'll never forget. It was these Scott turntables that cost $79 each, and they had a rolling pitch. Remember the little rolling
wow.
pitch, right?
Yeah,
And
Radio Shack?
no, it wasn't from Radio Shack. It was from like one of those cheap stereo stores. Scott, SCOTT, turntables. I'll never forget. And I didn't have no weight on them. Like, they weren't like 1200s. So I remember putting toilet paper and a penny on them for my weight.
Wow.
I'll never forget. And then when I finally turned 16, that's when my dad got me my 1200s. I got my internship at the radio station when I was 14
That's what, yeah.
at KML in the Bay, and they had 1200s there. So whenever the DJs wouldn't use it, that was my sanctuary. That's where I would go practice.
Yeah.
And I actually taught myself how to DJ. Nobody showed me, all right, this is what you got to do. Count this. This is the pitch. This is the BPM. Like,
Yeah.
that's something I just learned by just watching, all the OG DJs.
I feel like a lot of older DJs came up that way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like our era.
Yeah,
we taught
definitely.
ourselves. We didn't go to no school. Nobody taught us how to do it. We just did it.
Shit.
Most
School.
definitely. There was no YouTube. Like,
No.
And you couldn't go up to motherfuckers and ask them.
Nah,
Like, you had
exactly.
to earn their respect, or they had to you had to carry crates or do something for a
Exactly.
while.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
so this year actually marks my 30th year in the industry.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Damn, man.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because I got my internship in 1990. We're now in 2020. It's crazy.
See, like I've been DJing. I've been doing clubs 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing clubs for 20 years, and I would say last year was maybe the worst year
For music.
for music.
Yeah.
Club music in particular.
Yeah.
Rough.
I got to agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think this year, there's a lot of artists that got to drop. You got to think about it like this. Drake, J. Cole,
Kendrick.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of artists. Like, we're talking about big artists. The Weeknd.
You think Rihanna's gonna drop some shit?
Party Next
She
Door.
has to.
I think so.
She has to.
I don't know.
She has to.
I don't know.
I'm pretty like, if I had to bet on it, she's gonna drop something in 2020.
From what I've heard behind the scenes, I don't know
If
they're
not
anywhere
her
close.
own album, she's gonna be on a feature. She has to be.
She
Like,
has to give us something.
Because it's
She
been
has
what,
to be.
4
You
years.
don't
It's
have
been
to-
4 years.
I don't know.
I
if
heard
she
a
has it.
rumor.
Yeah.
She might be on the new Party Next Door album, but you know, I'm not gonna believe that
I
shit
heard that
until I hear it. You know what I
I
mean?
can't wait to hear that album, man. Party Next Door.
Yeah.
The Lawyer record is great.
I
love that record.
That's actually a record that had to grow on me.
Really?
I like that. I like that other record better. What was the other record called?
News.
I like News a lot.
Nah, Loyal.
Loyal now, yeah, it's a vibe now.
That's his shit.
I grew into Lawyer as well. And then the Bad Bunny did a remix too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the version I play. I like that one.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I gotta play the original. The original.
Well, I only use it because he talks his little shit in the
Yeah.
beginning. I don't play his verse.
Oh, you don't? Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I just use it because he talks that. Oh, buddy,
Yeah.
You know how he does it.
I actually think they should have gotten Osuna on that record.
Yeah.
'Cause he sings more.
Osuna would have sounded better.
Osuna would have killed it.
I like Bad Bunny, but Osuna sounds better.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna ask you. I want to know what are like the anthems for Dre's.
March Madness by Future is one of them.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Like,
I haven't played that in a minute.
yeah, I play that every weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. Dreams and Nightmares.
Anthem, most definitely. Dreams and Nightmares. And you know what's crazy about that record is when Drake and Meek were going through this shit, I still played that record.
Yeah.
And some people would look at me like, why are you playing this?
Why is Nico?
I'll never forget I was DJing at One Oak in LA in Hollywood one time, and I had like 4 or 5 of the OVO guys with me. They just wanted to come out and just hang and you know, listen to me DJ, and I played Dreams and Nightmare that night.
Wow.
And they all looked at me like, really?
Dog on the group chat.
Like, come on,
You
bro.
wouldn't believe what
Come
Franny
on,
did.
bro. This shit is all gonna blow over. I told him, watch, one day you guys are gonna kiss and make up, man. Look what happened now. Like,
Wow.
music, good to me. Good music is good music, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But don't ask me to play no R. Kelly records.
No, I think that's the only person I don't play. That's
Yeah,
the
I
only
haven't been
artist I don't
playing
play.
R. Kelly.
I've gone back to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I've gone back to that shit.
Yeah, I never stopped with
I've always played Michael though.
Yeah. There was a minute. There was a time though
It
where
was
it was kinda
uncomfortable,
sketchy.
man.
there was a
It
time-
I got in trouble,
uncomfortable,
but
yeah. It was like you had to like give it a rest right after that HBO special. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
you had to give it a rest, man. It hurt me a lot to not play that shit, but
I feel like we're going to be playing R. Kelly soon.
nah,
I don't think so, man.
nah, man.
Come on, Ignition.
No.
I think the crowd
That's a
missed
classic.
Ignition, man.
Yo,
Unless
before,
he gets to jail and like does the Epstein suicide.
I'm sick.
What's that guy? Yo, all of a sudden like he gets the Epstein
And we're going to be
suicide.
playing every... What you going to say, Franz?
I forgot. I'm a stoner.
Oh shit! I should have let you
What do you?
finish.
What do you?
Oh no, I was talking about the whole R. Kelly thing.
Yeah.
It's funny. Fabulous was just here, and his DJ booth. Like I let him get on before Fabulous, you know, goes on, play a couple record, do your little 10-minute set, and he played "I'm Fucking You Tonight" by Biggie and R. Kelly.
Oh,
I was
how you feel
"Damn,
about that?"
I haven't heard this in a minute. So I seen him getting it ready. I'm looking at the crowd. I'm like, all right, let's see how the crowd reacts. Yo, he dropped it, and they were actually feeling it.
Because it's
it's
a
kind of
Biggie
a-
record.
it's a
It is a
It's
Biggie record. But that's
But
R.
that
Kelly
hook-
singing,
that
talking about
hook
"I'm
is-
fucking you
yeah.
tonight."
You know what I played recently, Uncle Frank? Wycliffe with R. Kelly.
Oh,
Going into
yeah, you can
November.
do that. I think you could play that though, like because now
That's like the only R. Kelly I've actually been playing.
fuck.
I do
When
miss
I call
playing.
the Wyclef joint with,
Yeah, the remix.
with cannabis on it, right?
So is
Exactly,
is it
yeah.
acceptable
Yeah.
if he's just on
Classic.
the hook? If R. Kelly's just on the hook?
yeah, but I guess it can't be that big. It can't be
You
like
can't play Fiesta.
Yeah, I
for
can't
sure.
play.
You can't
Yeah.
play "Step in the Name of Love," which was like
That's-
That was
one
a
of my
great record.
favorite records.
Happy
in the
People.
world.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm telling you, it's gonna come back soon. We're gonna be able to play that.
It's kind of
I'm telling you, he's got
I don't know.
he's got to get shanked in the pen and like yeah, he's
And have
got
like
to
the
get
sympathy.
like fuck,
You gotta
yeah.
get like
No, not even sympathy. Like yo, he's dead. Like we can
now we can play.
now we can
plays
play his music
again?
a little
Oh,
bit.
Oh my god.
He's got to die for us to play the music.
And
That's
it's
the
sad
unfortunate
because
shit.
What kills me is
die.
He's got
God damn it.
what kills me is, you know, I play R&B in the club, so like Ignition and the Bump and Grind remix.
Yeah.
Oh man, those are like
Yeah.
And
my
those are-
mind's
Your
telling
body's
me
calling.
no. Like my mind's telling me no.
But yeah,
It's
that means
the
a whole other thing
transition
now.
record too. Like when you want to get out of some shit and you drop that,
Uh-huh.
you can like recondition the room a little
Exactly.
And that was one of those go-to records where you could just drop that and recondition the room. And now we're like, damn, we ain't got that. We don't got that shit.
Nah, because that shit means so much other shit now. It means all different things now, guys.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. I want to. You said you DJ'd at One Oak in L.A. How do you enjoy DJing in L.A.? It's a different vibe, right?
Totally a different vibe. And I've been DJing out there for probably 15 to 18 years now.
Yeah.
And times have changed, definitely.
It's definitely floss heavy, right?
It's floss heaven. It's a lot of
pleasing the tables,
looking around.
I remember I used
acting cool, being too cool.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers requesting shit to be cool, right?
I will talk to the. I am not afraid to talk to the crowd, though. I'm like, look at you, motherfuckers, man. You guys come out to a club and look at your phone. And don't even dance. Like, you could do this shit at home. Why'd you even come out? Like,
I'm kind of a fan of the Franny rants. When he stops everything, starts telling you shit. We're like, yeah, go
it's
on.
true, though. Like, man, you guys really, like, that's for people that come out to Vegas, too. Like, sometimes, you know, people will come out here, get a table, and they'll be at the table all night on their phone. Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong? You shy? Do you have anxiety? Like, you should have stayed your ass at home. Like, you come to Vegas to fucking get loose. Like, this is one of those cities. And I love seeing people who dance out there that act like nobody's watching.
Yeah, no crazy.
Free
Having a good
spirit.
time.
Those are my, like, I love playing for those type of people.
Yeah.
For real.
Those are usually working people. Like, to me,
They're like,
come
let's let
motherfuckers
loose.
who like,
because that's their release.
yeah.
Coming
But
to the
I
club
I also feel like in Vegas they're like, yo, even like motherfuckers in LA, those LA like stuffy ass motherfuckers, those pretentious motherfuckers, when they come to Vegas, a lot of them let loose a little bit more in Vegas.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
Because they kind of like, no one's watching me. I don't know nobody.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
This table, they don't know who I am. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
I can act a fool. Yeah,
No
I can do
judgment.
shit. Yeah.
It is like that sometimes. You know, you go to a club, you see these tables, and they're worried about what the next table is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or showing out for the other tables.
What they
and
buy, what
whatever.
bottles they have, how many bottles they have on their table. We
Yeah.
gotta outdo them.
Yo, the bottle rat shit in LA is pretty bad.
Oh,
Though.
it's disgusting.
man.
I think
it
it's
was
worse than any.
Yeah, it was massive. I remember when Franny used to do Supper Club. Dude, that was the worst.
yo,
fucking-
Yeah, Supper Club.
Supper Club to this day is probably the favorite venue I've ever DJ'd at in LA.
Really?
I love the Supper Club.
That's where the bottle rats was
Tuesday
popping.
night. Shout out to the Supreme team, man.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights,
Yeah,
LA. Damn, I missed that place.
Yeah.
But remember the bottles used to come out the roof?
Yeah.
The little-
Yeah, you're right.
They had like the chick that was swirled
Yeah,
down, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
But the
just
crazy
so late.
thing is, you're right though, because I remember when my bottle would come to the DJ booth, when those Douce and those what was it, Grey Goose bottles would come to the DJ booth, you see a couple females just slowly.
And then the
making
booth
their way.
was
Yeah.
long. So yes, they'll get
Like
to your bottle.
wolves, like raccoons and shit, right? Just coming
They're
up.
just praying for your bottle.
Hyenas seeing a piece of lion meat.
Coming up
Yo,
slowly.
I did One Oak one time in LA, and I turned around like midway through the night, and my boy was stressed, and I was like, "What are you stressed about?" He's like, "Yo, these shorties just keep coming up and just grabbing it. They just pop out of nowhere." He's like, "I tell two shorties to leave. 3 minutes later, I'm talking to somebody, and some other shorty just pops up and starts pouring herself a drink."
That's the
Especially
worst.
Supper Club because it was like couches, just big beds and shit. And they
Hold
just
up,
jump
though.
into them.
Hold up. The dudes are worse.
Are they? No.
No, the dudes are pretty bad.
The dudes are worse
The
because
dudes who think they know you are the
Yeah.
worst.
Oh.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Like, you know, the dudes
and
you
they'll
always see.
Instagram your shit.
And then they say it's their shit.
Yes,
Yo,
their
Get
shit.
that shit, man.
I just tweeted this the other day. The people who don't usually buy the bottles are the ones posting the bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the presentations, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can we take a
Yeah,
shot?
let's do it. Let's toast to
Yo, Franny's right though. The dudes with the bottle coming for the bottles is kind of crazy, bro. Like, yo, D, what up, man? How you doing? You good? Yo, you
Yeah,
drinking?
you drink it, yeah.
They talking about your
That's
bottle.
your bottle?
And they offer you a drink of your fucking liquor. Yo, you want something?
That's your
I
bottle?
hate that shit, man.
Yeah, that shit.
Like, yeah,
is-
I'm drinking, man. Let's
They're
go.
out there though.
Let's go,
you
man.
know, bottle rats come
Wow.
in all shapes, sizes, gender.
I remember
doesn't
that.
matter.
I was stunned in LA. It was a big problem.
I'm
Like,
a water bottle rat though. Where the water bottle at?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
You're
was
big on the
stunned.
Fijis.
Yo, there's a lot of broke, good-looking people in LA. They
Oh,
just
100%.
broke.
But yeah, you know how
but then it's
expensive
like-
it is to live out
I
there?
know-
They're trying to get on.
Yeah, like there's like a lot of good looking people in LA, and they broke as fuck. And I'm just like, how are these motherfuckers so broke, and why are they coming out when they broke like this? It was another level of broke, man. LA, y'all gotta stop that
man.
shit.
Hold on, they're out here in Vegas too now.
Are they?
I got a little story here. Let's take the shot, and I'll tell you the
Salute
story.
to 5 years, man. Franzen.
5 years,
Congrats,
yes.
man.
Oh, yeah. No chaser.
Oh, that's just amazing.
Santiago, you gotta join in the pain.
You want a shot, Santi? Shout out to my brother Santiago. He's been down with me for over 10 years.
Oh shit. Good looking.
Taking my pictures. You know.
Yeah, you have a great memory with years, man. You'd be like, yeah, 7 years, 8 years.
Well, you know what it is too is like
For a stoner.
I look.
Yeah, for a stoner, you just forgot what he was saying.
The shit that happened a long time ago. I remember the shit that happened like 5 minutes ago. What happened?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was I saying?
But he's been down with me. You know, I got a great team around me, man.
Yeah.
And I got to commend all of them.
Shout out to Gino.
Gino,
Gino,
my
yeah,
man,
Gino,
Gino.
Eddie Hundreds, Santi,
Eddie
the
Hundreds.
Audibles, Pooh Bear, like all these people who.
Audibles just got
Yes.
they got a Bieber track.
No, actually, they did 4 tracks on the new Bieber album.
Oh, wow.
They got their first #1 top 10 yesterday.
What was it?
Yesterday.
Wow.
Clap it up.
The Intentions record with Quavo, they did that.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good record.
Yeah.
Shout out to the that's Las Vegas production right there.
Las Vegas is
Yeah.
very own.
Shout out to Audibles.
That's dope.
Man.
Yeah, man.
They used to shop at New a lot too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still wear new T-shirts.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are you talking about? We were just talking about the other day. Yo, those pants, those track pants that you made. Oh, those are still some of my favorites, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And then somebody in the industry had to bite them. I'm not gonna. Say
We're
no names.
podcasting. I'm a podcaster now.
Yeah, we're
I don't
media
do
people.
clothes.
We're media people now. I also gotta give you props. You have one of the most low key heated sneaker collections I've seen on Instagram, and you do it very subtle.
Yeah,
But you have some shit.
Like Flex.
and I wear all my kicks.
All your
Same.
kicks,
Yes.
but you have some shit in that closet that I myself haven't ever seen some of them. I'm
Actually,
like,
you know what
fuck.
I was looking at today? I was looking at some of my pictures. I was like, "Oh shit! I got these Macklemore 6s."
Yes,
and I can't find them. They're in the house somewhere, and I can't
You better
find
look
them.
for them shit because no one has. Like there's 10 pairs in the world, and you have one. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Really?
I do. I love sneakers, and the reason being is when I was younger, people don't know this. Jordan 3s are my favorite sneakers in the world.
Yeah.
That's the sneaker that motivated me to get on my shit.
Nice.
Jordan 1s, the Chicago ones and the Royal ones, those were my first Jordans ever. But when the Jordan 3s came out, and I asked my dad, we went to Ceremony Mall in Daly City in the Bay Area, and I asked him, yo, can I get these? And he told me no because I had fucked up in something. And that's when I was like, I can't get those? It kind of broke my heart. And those were the Jordan 3s.
The black cement 3s or the white cement 3s?
Black cement 3s.
Yeah,
and I
nice.
told myself, okay, when I start getting paid, when I start getting money, I'm going to buy as many shoes as I can. You know, people have dreams of, oh, I'm going to buy the biggest house. I'm going to buy the biggest car, the dopest cars. Like, to me, it was, I'm going to buy as many shoes as I want. And that's what it was.
1988, yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Man.
That's crazy.
I know a lot of sneakerheads that black cement 3 is their favorite. Their
It is.
all-time
It's
favorite.
one,
My
of,
favorite.
it's one of like the silhouettes that everybody
Ones
loves.
are my favorite to wear, though.
Yeah.
Jordan 1s are my
Same.
favorite to wear, but the silhouette, that 3 is just a movie.
Yeah.
Do you still have a? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm getting older. I don't really have the desire anymore to like look fly. Like, like I
No,
don't
this
really,
motherfucker stays fly.
You know what I mean?
I don't
You-
either.
You stay laced up.
My
though.
shoes have to be A1, but I could be in an H&M hoodie
I mean,
and some flea market.
Camo pants.
Yeah,
exactly. It don't have to be expensive gear, but as long as you,
I'm not
I
one of
still
those
wanna look
guys.
He's
fly.
wearing some rare shit though. Like he has like the fucking DJ Khaled shoes that nobody
yeah.
fucking has, and it just boosts up his level of style.
I mean, I used to love it, and I don't know. Like, I don't know if I just like when you make something or when you're hands on to shit and you know how it's made, like you don't care about it as much anymore. I don't know what it is, but I don't get the desire anymore. I always admire.
you.
I admire motherfuckers that care about the way they look,
I feel you.
I feel
the
like
way they dress.
But to me, it's not. It's not what you wear, right? It's It's how you wear it. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there.
He's wearing a Pornhub hat. Thank you. By the way.
There's a lot of people out there in this generation, right? Oh, he got new Dior on. That means I got to get new Dior.
Right.
That's how these people's mind thinks.
Right,
now.
They're slave to
Yeah.
the
You know what I mean? They
the brand.
Well, it's a lack of creativity with it.
He got a $1,500 hoodie.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want that $15.
Keeping up with the
hoodie.
Joneses.
Yeah.
I'm wearing an $80 hoodie. And this $80 hoodie is flyer than that $15 hoodie. That $1,500 hoodie to me.
Well, I
You know?
I call them like gift card motherfuckers. The motherfuckers that look like they got a gift card, like they got a gift card at Neiman Marcus.
Speaking
You
of
know what
Neiman
I'm saying?
Marcus,
Oh, here we go.
here's the memory again.
Yeah.
You're speaking about Neiman Marcus. I have some friends that work at Neiman Marcus out here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of celebrities that shop with him.
Right.
And he told me about 6 months ago that these celebrities will wear these clothes in the club, wherever they're at,
And return
you
them.
know, and return them the
No
next
way.
day. Yeah,
Wow.
they do them.
That's how they stay rich,
That's
man.
crazy.
They do them. Hey,
Wow.
they do.
They
it.
don't return them themselves though, right? They send their like their assistant, their homeboy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, they
yeah.
have a stylist, right? And the stylist,
They
the one that
rented
get it
it?
from, and some of them actually do go back there and I want to get something else, and then they'll return that.
Let me catch a
That's
rapper
crazy.
doing that.
And they take that shit back. They got to take it, or what is it?
There's a 30-day return policy, so
That's
they have
wild.
to take it.
That's wild.
That's crazy. Wait, I want to hear about these bottle rat dudes that you were talking about. Did you?
Oh,
have
it's
it?
just like, you guys, come on, man.
We've all-
You
yeah.
guys have experienced it too. It's like you're at the club and somebody who thinks they know you because they see you all the time, right?
Yeah.
What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a long time, man. And then you'll go about doing your own thing. Next thing you know, you see them pouring themselves a drink.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Do you think in 2020? Because I think this year is going to be tough. I think
It's already been
It's
tough.
already
man.
tough, man.
I already see some DJs. You know what? And shout out to these DJs because I know it's going to get tough. And then you got to reevaluate what you're doing and start putting in some side hustles.
Yeah.
Most
You-
definitely.
You can't just have money coming from one side anymore. You got to have it coming from all sides.
Exactly.
And you guys got to figure out exactly how you guys are gonna get
Figure
that.
that out,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to make it happen. But I feel like this year, next year is gonna be rough. And
This year, yeah.
Definitely agree
yeah,
with you, man.
and you know what I'm saying. And I'm kind of saying, how low do you think it's gonna go?
How grimy can it get?
And my thing is this: we're already seeing like clubs close, like Chaos close,
Crazy.
right?
Yeah.
One
How
Oaks-
long was Chaos open?
6 months.
What's
They
it?
opened.
Damn.
They opened in
April?
April of last year. They
And you want to
closed
hear
in
something
Halloween.
crazy? I gave it a year.
Yeah.
I said they'll be around for a year probably.
I thought they'd at least push through New Year's.
Cyber said the same
Get
shit.
that New
He said
Year's
1
money.
year.
I was
They
like-
didn't make it through summer, did they?
Yeah.
Well, they
they
opened
made
in
it to-
April.
Or
Oh, they
kind
did.
of-
They closed it like
September.
before was it Memorial Day weekend?
Yeah.
Labor Day.
September.
Labor Day.
Before
weekend.
Labor Day weekend they closed.
Were you the one that said they wouldn't make it to the summer?
I did say that.
Oh, never said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they closed around Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
And remember they said they were gonna
They
reopen for Halloween.
They built that dome.
So you want to hear something funny? Somebody was in my ear talking about, yo, Halloween's gonna be their last week, and I was like, how is that possible? They're building a dome. Like they
Right.
just spent $4 million
Yeah.
on a dome.
And the
Right.
lineup was YG, Cardi B. So they had a nasty lineup that weekend.
but YG didn't even come.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah.
Cardi B, she showed up,
Yeah.
and then that was it. We didn't hear from them.
And they had
after
to
that.
replace YG with like B.O.B.
Miguel.
or Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think
On
it was
Halloween?
Yeah. It was a day in Vegas weekend.
yeah. He was already in
crazy.
town. I think they were like, fuck it, let's just
They're like,
plug him.
fuck it. Give him 15
Yeah.
mil. Yeah.
Well,
And
what?
then I
What?
think
Yeah, go ahead.
after the week.
Yeah.
After that week, I think is when they shut down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, I was it.
Crazy.
Day in Vegas was like the
So you
last
had
weekend.
Chaos closing. One Oak is about to be done. Intrigue
One Oak-
closed.
One Oak had a nice little run.
Yeah, they had a
though,
good
huh?
run.
Yeah.
What, 10 years?
yeah.
10
10
years?
years?
They opened in 2011.
Nine.
it's
nine
Nine.
years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But it was a
9
consistent
years.
club. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they're closing at the end of March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I
You
think
said Intrigue too?
Yeah. Intrigue.
Intrigue closed.
They had a what, 2-year run? Maybe.
I thought
Maybe
Intrigue
2 or
had
3.
longer.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 years.
We've got club experience under our belts, right?
Definitely.
What do you think is going to happen in the next 2 years?
I think somebody else out there is going to try to open up a club out here in Vegas.
You think so?
They're going to try to, and once they do get it open, you know, they're going to see how hard it is to keep it open. Because this city ain't no joke. Like
Nah.
there's so much competition. There's people out in the city who's been doing it for a very, very long time, right? And some of those people still can't get it right. Like, I mean, you look at Chaos, like there was so much hype on this club. They spent a bunch of money.
Right.
Shit.
Yep.
They had a table. They had a bottle girl for each table. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's just insane to me. Like, you got a bottle girl for each table. How many tables did Chaos have?
I don't even know.
At least 50, 60 tables.
Jesus
something crazy.
Christ.
I'm
That's
probably
it?
on the
Probably
low
no, you're
end. That's
wrong.
probably
I thought it
low
might
end.
be
I think it's
more.
over
I thought it
100.
was 80 plus.
They probably had at least 50,
yeah.
60 outside and another
Yeah.
30, 40 inside.
But you know what I'm starting to learn is that money can't buy vibe, yo. You can't
Absolutely
buy vibe,
not.
yo.
Yeah.
Can't buy the cool.
It's got to be. It's got to be organic. Like, you got to have everything. You know what I mean? You got to set the mood. Like,
So Raiders are coming in, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
This year.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's going to help the city?
most definitely.
You think so?
Most
Are
definitely.
you ready to join the Raider team?
I'm a Niner fan,
I
but
know
you
you
know
are.
what?
Niner gang, bro.
I know.
I've been in Vegas for 18 years. It's only right for me to support the Raiders when they play somebody else. But if they're playing my team,
Which
you know,
probably
it's
won't
bang,
happen
bang,
in regular
Niner
season.
game.
Yeah, it probably
right.
won't happen.
How do you
yeah.
feel about the Niners in the Super Bowl?
It is what it is. Like, it happened. My thing is like right before second half,
Yeah.
when they had 1:40 left and we didn't call a timeout, that's when I knew we were fucking up.
Yeah.
And then
That was a money
we were
move.
up by 10 with 7 minutes to go, and we didn't run the ball. That's where we were fucking up.
Yeah.
It happened. You know what I mean? Kansas City was they were the better team.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm mad. I'm sad about it. Like, because I've been riding with the Niners as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny because I kind of wanted the Niners to win because I know a lot of Bay Area motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But then I kind of didn't want them to win because I didn't want my social media feed to be like
Everybody
overwhelmed with all of these Bay Area motherfuckers
And you know what's going to happen.
acting like
they was in the gym
acting like they were playing with the Niners on the field.
Like
yo.
Franny was taking snaps. Like, yo, friend.
Yeah, I didn't want to see like these emotional ass Niners win it kind of shit. But I was like, you know, I wanted y'all to win. Maybe I just didn't want to see that overload of that shit.
It wasn't meant to be.
But I'm
Yeah.
you know,
Well, you
I'm
guys
a
got-
hater
you-
like that.
Yeah, but you guys got Jimmy G for a couple more years, and y'all good.
Jimmy G, we got
few
Bosa,
Sanders,
we got
yeah,
Kittle.
y'all good.
Yeah, we got some.
You got a
good
couple of championship rings already, so it's not like
people. Yeah, we got 5, but
The last two, y'all.
the last one was
blew it.
25 years ago. So
Yeah.
Joe Montana.
has it been that long? 25?
1994, 95.
Yeah, but this motherfucker would have milked that Niners win like a motherfucker. He would have been at Dre's.
Yeah.
And he would have been yo.
It would have been June, and we still celebrating that shit.
He would have had everyone. He would have made the staff wear all 49er jerseys.
With Franny as the name of the back.
because we would have had all of them there, right?
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing.
That's why I'm glad they lost because this motherfucker.
He's the reason why. You didn't want to see Franny's feed.
He would have had a Niners cake come out. He would have
All
had
that
everything.
shit.
He would have had everything.
But you want to hear some crazy shit?
Build out a golden brain.
The Chiefs came in there last week,
Yeah.
No.
and I'm not a hater. Congratulations to Kansas City. You guys were the better team, but it's still bang bang Niner gang over here.
Well, the same
Because
thing.
that's-
Jimmy,
that's how it
Jimmy,
is.
when he said, he said, congratulations. and
what's his
motherfucker, but
name?
it's still-
The Green Ranger showed up when Toronto beat Golden State. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah, you were there that night. That was my.
I'm
that's
so
my guy,
happy,
though.
man. I'm so happy the Niners lost, man.
But you know,
Between you
the
and
only-
E-Rock, yeah, we got these
I
two
know,
Bay
man.
Area motherfuckers here. Oh my god, can you
E-Rock,
imagine?
Romeo Reyes.
You would not hurt the end of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
and you
Especially
mentioned-
E-Rock, and I love you, E-Rock, but yeah, you
There would have
would've
been
kept
custom
going
jersey. There would have been a Franzen jersey. There would have been a Franzen
All that
starter
shit.
jacket.
A Golden Gate Bridge at Dre's. Yeah, it would have been everything.
all that
You know,
shit.
you would have gotten a custom, like some custom J's or dunks or something. You would have gotten some custom. You would have. It would have been all out.
I would have had my own jersey for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It would have flooded my timeline. I would have been like, "This is a fucking. This is. I don't know." What
He would have Serato records with 49ers
Yeah,
logo on it.
Hey, the lights that night at Dre's would have been red and gold the whole night.
They would have started some hashtag too, like 2020 champs, something like. that
Jamie
would've
was
been-
just saying something though. He was like he's saying
Danny
the same
Green.
thing about the
Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors and the Warriors when the Warriors lost last year.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people do know, is that I'm a diehard Laker fan.
Yeah.
The Lakers are my team. Like, D Miles knows that. Like, I've been riding with the Lakers for a long time. The only reason I started rooting for the Warriors is because they moved to San Francisco. Once I found out they were moving to San Francisco, that's my city.
Yeah.
I still have a 415 area code. Like, that's my city for real. So if the team is moving to my city,
Right.
I have all the reason to root for them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's very territorial.
It don't
might
hurt
be-
that they win in either.
Absolutely
right?
not. No, it might be the Bay.
They
It might
were.
be the Bay. But everybody from the Bay Area knows this shit.
Yeah.
San Francisco and Oakland, when it comes to that shit is real.
It's two different worlds.
Two different worlds. Like, for real. Like, it's two different worlds. Like, those real Raider fans really hate the 49er fans and vice versa. That's just how it is. It's always been like that. You know what I mean?
The Oakland A's
And when I was living in the Bay and I was rooting for the Lakers, people were like, why don't you move to LA?
Yeah,
move to LA.
Isn't your logo is kind of like the Laker theme?
That's where it came from. Exactly.
Yeah. No, but yeah, shouts to Danny Green because he was the one Toronto Raptor that left the celebration to come say hi to you. I remember
That's my
that
guy.
night.
Yeah. Well, Danny,
he left the celebration that was
Danny-
happening with Drake. Came to say what's up to you.
yeah.
So
Well,
that's
Danny
respect.
Green is actually a good friend of mine, and
I was like, that's respect to Danny Green.
and ever since he was playing with the Spurs, actually,
Yeah.
he actually got me tickets when the Lakers played the Spurs at Staples, like, I don't know, like 5-6 years ago. And he's always had my respect. And I remember the one time that I went out to San Antonio at an 18 and over club, this guy calls me up like, yo, you're in San Antonio? I'm coming to support you.
Wow.
I'm like, bro, this is an 18 and over club. He's like, I don't care. So
That's
dude
dope.
always had, like, you know, there's people out there that's always supported me regardless. And he knows I'm a Laker fan.
And
Like,
he's a Laker now. So
oh yeah, and I used to give him shit when he's a Spurs fan because, you know, all Lakers fans do not like Spurs fans.
we don't.
Hell no.
Fuck no.
You know
Too
that
many
shit.
epic battles, man.
What? Ginobili, French toast, and
It was
Tim
like, I
Duncan.
always had
French
respect for
toast.
the Spurs, but I hated Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
French toast.
Yeah, French
Bro.
toast. Tony
That's
Parker.
French toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
how
so-
significant do you think that move for the Raiders coming here is going to be for the city? Like, just in general, like, for us as DJs.
Definitely going to bring revenue.
Yeah.
Definitely going to bring a lot of traffic.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
A lot of traffic.
Especially to you because the games are usually Sundays.
Yeah.
So Sunday, yeah.
Right.
See, I'm a pessimist. I'm gonna play devil's advocate too. I think it's not gonna be as good as we think.
In what way?
Really?
I think there's gonna be a lot of traffic. I think there's gonna be
You think there's going to be a lot of open seats too, huh?
I think it's gonna be a little weird. I think the city's gonna be a little weird. I think another thing. I think tourism's gonna go down a little bit
Really?
this year, a little bit, just because of the election year. There's a lot of distractions. People don't spend as much.
Yeah.
A lot of people hold back. The dudes that buy 10 bottles buy 3 bottles.
Right.
The guys that buy 2 bottles buy no bottles. So like I think I saw that in 2008, 2009, 2010. So I think this year and next year is going to be a transition year, and I think the Las Vegas Raiders, I think it's gonna hit. I think it's gonna take 2 years. I think it's really gonna affect the city in like a year or two.
Yeah.
But I think this year is going to be rough because I think tourism is going to be a little down, and it's not. And then the Raiders coming in is kind of going to offset it a little bit, but not enough to really kill it.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
think-
want to be wrong, actually.
Anything
you know what
is
I'm saying?
possible.
Yeah.
man.
I think because we're going to have 8 home games. So those 8 weekends is going to be during slow season for us, which is going to help. And I also
Yeah.
think that
Very true.
That's
if
true.
you're a Raider fan, you're gonna come. But even if you're not, if your team's playing the Raiders, you would much rather come here to watch them play in decent weather than go
Right.
see them in the snow in Denver
Right. Exactly.
or go some. You know what I mean? So that's
Very true.
incentive. And then if you're a family, you're gonna come in on a Thursday or Friday, spend the weekend with your family, go to that game on a Sunday,
Very
or
true.
go to a Monday night game. And so it's gonna affect. Like I think tourism is going to get affected because of election year, but I think as far as like families coming in, it's going to be good.
I think another question. You want to say something?
No, I'm about to say about football. I haven't been following football like I used to back in the days, but there's games on Thursday and Fridays now, right?
Thursdays
Thursdays and Mondays.
Yeah.
Thursday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay, there we go. Yeah,
So that might offset some of the nights. You think?
a little bit. Yeah.
Well, they probably only get one Sunday game and
Right,
one
right,
Thursday
right,
game.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering though, because you can't drive. I know you could drive from LA to Vegas.
Yeah.
You can't drive from SF to Vegas or
It's
or
an
the
8-hour
Bay
drive.
Area.
That's
Yeah,
8
it's
hours.
crazy.
8-9 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They rather fly in though. It's like a 40-minute, 45-minute.
hour,
but,
yeah, it's hour
but there's
flight.
something about if it was an LA team, I feel like that would affect the Vegas a lot more.
Well,
you get a lot of motherfuckers driving in.
There are a lot of Raider fans
Yeah.
in LA though.
yeah, because they used
You
to be
think
in
so?
the
Yeah.
Raiders used to be in LA, bro.
Okay.
So they might you getting a lot of traffic.
that-
from California.
okay,
But
that might
Raider
be good
Nation
then.
is everywhere though.
Yeah.
Really?
It's a lot of Mexicans. I'm gonna claim that really quick.
I heard it's like the most frustrating
It's
team to be a fan of besides the Knicks.
No.
Listen.
You
Listen.
are 100% right. We are frustrated and we hate it. 'Cause
You're a
we
Raiders
suck.
fan?
Nah.
Yeah,
I
grew
thought you
up
were a
in
Saints fan.
Well, let me tell you why I became a Saints fan. Because we suck so fucking much
Yeah.
that I had to go with another fucking team. Because Reggie Bush went to the Saints and he was
USC.
SC.
Yeah.
But Raiders, bro, is the worst.
How many times have Raiders moved? I feel like
They only gone back and forth from LA to.
They
to
went
the
from
Bay.
Oakland, then they
Okay,
went
yeah.
to LA.
Okay, yeah,
Back to
exactly.
Bay.
Back
yeah.
to Oakland. Now they're coming to Vegas.
Exactly, yeah.
So they only done that, but dude, it's it's like the Knicks.
Yeah.
It's
I think
definitely
the
like
Cowboys. The Cowboys got them beat.
Nah.
Cowboys got them beat.
Because the Cowboys were good
Hold
in
up,
the 90s.
hold up. It's America's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're supposed to go to the Super Bowl 5 years in a row. Like, nah, I think they got it worse than the Raiders, man.
Yeah, but the Raiders, fuck, man. The one time I seen the Raiders go to the Super Bowl, I was 12, and these motherfuckers got blown to pieces
Tampa Bay.
and versus Tampa Bay. But yeah, it's a
I remember
frustrating.
that. That was 04?
02.
03? 02?
02.
You're a Lakers fan.
Uh-huh.
Rest in peace to Kobe,
R.I.P.
Gianna, and all the victims in that.
Man.
Yeah.
Horrible
It's still
crash.
unreal
Yeah.
to me, bro. Like,
It's not.
like his memorial was yesterday, man. And I don't think I've cried so much over a celebrity that I've only met Kobe once. It's not like I knew the guy, but I think a lot of people were affected by it because of, what he did on and off the court. Like, this dude was a great family man, great basketball player. He was just a great example, regardless. Like, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
We all go through shit in life, right? But what he did for the game of basketball and what he showed the world, being a father and a family man, just set a great example, man.
I keep looking at like the second chapter of his life.
Uh-huh.
When he was doing like books, film, entertainment,
Yeah.
the Sports Academy.
Coaching his daughter's basketball.
coaching his daughter.
That
the
shit
mom,
was dope, man.
the
the Mamba camp.
the Mamba camp,
Yeah.
Mamba Academy.
and Mamba Academy. And then I just met up with a friend of mine, actually an ex of mine.
Nice.
And then she was just like, what's your plan? Like, are you gonna DJ in your 40s and 50s? She's
Shit,
like,
I'm DJing in
and-
my 40s already.
no, but she was just like so shocked that like you're approaching 40s and 50s. You're gonna DJ in your 50s. Like, what's your plan? Yeah. And I was like thinking, and I kept thinking like, and I'm like, I'm doing a podcast. I'm doing this. I'm doing this.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing consulting, marketing. She's like, yeah, but there's nothing solid. And I'm like,
There's nothing on paper.
there's nothing on paper. It's not like a 401k or anything. And
Yeah.
I have like life insurance. I have, some IRAs and shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't have anything like with regular people who have like a regular job and all of that shit or
9-to-5ers.
pension or anything. But I wanted to ask you, 30 years in the game, and, me and Eva, we've been in the game. D, you're approaching kind of that next level. Jamie, you're far away from that shit.
Yeah,
But,
way far.
but I wanted to know, how do you see yourself in the next 10 or 15, 20 years? Because when she said, like, you're going to be DJing at, like, 50? And she said it, like, in not a disgusted way, but not condescending. It was more of a concern, like, I'm worried about you. Like, what are you doing with your future?
Yeah.
You know what I
like
mean?
how she's asking, but your mom never questioned it.
No. But I'm saying she's just like, like, I'm worried about you. Like, you don't have a plan. Like, there's nothing solid.
That's fucked up.
But no. But I don't take it like in a negative way.
You take it in a grain of salt.
But I looked at it, and I look at these other DJs, and I look at Neva, and I look at like Stretch. I look at all of these people, and everyone.
Jeff.
There is a future for 50-year-old and 60-year-old DJs,
Yeah.
but there wasn't one 20 years ago.
And that's
Dog,
why she's asking that
10
question.
years ago.
That's why she's asking that question, because we haven't seen it.
Also,
no, but
hip-hop-
it's happening now.
Now,
but the
yeah,
thing
we
is,
haven't
yeah.
seen it before
Like,
us.
did you think you'd be DJing this long and doing a club? I would almost say you're growing, like, pause, you're growing, like, you know what I'm saying? You have
Goddamn.
Your career isn't fully erect yet. You know what I'm saying?
He's still going.
I think we need another shot after that.
Take another shot. Why not?
You understand what I'm saying, though, right?
Most
You're still
definitely.
ascending. He's
I've always
ascending.
told myself, because
yeah.
people have asked me this for many years, you know?
Yeah.
I've been in the game for a long time, and people have always asked me, how long do you think you're going to be DJing for? I always said to myself that I'm going to do this until it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I still get high off DJing, man. It's great. Like, it's like you're the artist up there.
Yeah.
You know, you're playing records and these people are reacting to it. Like, you feel like you're the one that's performing up there.
Right.
You know, and I always told myself that, you know, when this shit is not fun anymore, it's a wrap. It's over with.
Yeah.
And it's still fun to me. You know? So that's why I'm still here, man.
Yeah. It's not a crazy thought, though, right? I'm not crazy. I kind of thought I was crazy a little bit, right?
Jay just hit 50 years old. Jay-Z just hit 50 years old. And rumor is he's coming out with another album.
Right.
I would listen to Jay-Z until he stopped rapping. Put it that way. He could be 60 and still rap. I'd buy Jay-Z's album.
But remember when these like rock stars were hitting their 50s and 40s, but they were still dropping heat, like U2 and like
Bruce Springsteen.
Aerosmith, right?
Yeah.
It was like that was a new era of rock and roll that we didn't see, that rock and roll motherfuckers didn't see. They didn't think rock and roll would continue.
Yeah.
And I feel like hip hop is just getting to that.
But you were saying like 20 years ago you didn't see that. Well,
Yeah.
hip hop is new.
Yeah, exactly.
Hip hop is barely
It's still new.
40 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Barely.
And I still see Kid Capri working like a motherfucker.
Crazy.
Like a
Jazzy Jeff is still out there.
Yeah.
D Nice is pushing 50.
Is he?
Like,
Yeah.
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 Them dudes
Crazy.
Yeah.
killing.
And he's killing. I saw my Puffy's party.
I
He's
mean,
killing
like,
shit.
and then, but house DJs, you got like Junior Vasquez. He's like
Yeah.
60 years
Tiesto
old.
got to be up there too.
Yeah.
Tiesto's there. He's definitely
David Guetta is like 48, 49.
And I feel
All
like
over-
these older, like our generation kind of people and older, they don't want to kind of grow. I mean, they're growing up, but it's a different type of growing up. Like I feel like motherfuckers that got older before, like generations before, they kind of gave up.
Right.
Like these motherfuckers ain't giving up. They're like 50. They still want to go out. They still want to like party and shit.
It's a whole new generation,
Yeah.
right? Like, times have changed. Like, the 40-year-old 20 years ago ain't gonna look like the 40-year-old from nowadays.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Like,
nah.
you know, it's crazy. It's crazy to think that, but it's the truth. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is, man.
Cheers.
Yo,
Cheers
Flex
to
is
that.
still killing it, also, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have a Dre's date? Like, you know,
Yeah, he's in Dre soon, right? For Master Flex.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even
he
know.
posted it. Like he's gonna be out there in April, I think.
Salute.
Salute, y'all.
Salud.
Good God.
Only,
Shot to you good? You want a shot?
only for you, Franzen, that we would do this. I'm telling you.
God,
Only
that
for
one
you.
hit.
Look at this motherfucker's face.
God damn.
Man, I still got liquor in my system from last night. Oh. Just activated it.
Poor baby. Poor baby.
Reactivated.
Yeah, reactivated the tequila.
You got to get some Chengdu after this.
Ooh, now we
Spicy.
talking
Good,
that
Spice.
No, I can't say
Yo,
no to that.
Franzen actually put me on to the dope Chinese spot, right?
Which one?
Yeah.
The late night spot.
Oh, the one.
HK?
HK.
Yeah, the one
man.
on
Yeah.
Spring Mountain.
Where they got
HK.
the miso cod.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's fire.
right.
Yo, I just discovered another little spot right next to HK.
Really?
A Filipino joint called Kapuso.
Oh, my God.
Really?
And they have karaoke there. I'm thinking about doing a karaoke R&B night.
Did you just do
Ooh.
one somewhere?
No, that was the venue I went to. But
Oh,
I'm
you just
thinking-
wanna visit?
I'm trying to figure out a date. Yeah, because I love R&B music. That's actually my passion.
Yeah.
How do you feel about R&B nowadays, man?
I feel that it's out there. There's a lot of great R&B artists.
He said it's out there.
No, it's out there.
Did
you
you
got
see
her,
what,
you got SZA, you got Kiana Lede,
LMA.
you got
Yeah,
you got
LMA.
LMA, you got Snow Allegra.
Johnny Aiko.
What's missing though?
I
Something's
can
missing.
tell you what's
Tory
the problem.
Lanez?
No, I can tell you what's the problem. There's a lot of good R&B out there, but it's just not
Built for the
in
club.
front. No, it's not out there.
It's
for
not
you.
in the forefront.
You got to look for it.
Yeah.
You have to look for, because radio's not going to play
Exactly.
it. Right? We know
Radio's
how
not gonna play it.
We know how radio's formulated nowadays.
Exactly,
You hear the
yeah.
same 10, 20 songs
That's the
every
problem.
time.
But it's also not built for the club.
I mean,
it's not
that
built
also,
to dance
but
to.
also like back in the days, you have radio supporting that. You
You're
have
talking about the
music videos.
R&B that's coming out right now. It's
Now.
not
Yeah.
made to dance to. Now that I can agree to a certain extent, because back in the day, in
It was
in
two-step
the
music.
90s
Yeah.
and the early 2000s, you had Next when they made Too Close.
Yeah,
and-
you had Ideal. You
Yeah.
had 112.
But
Right.
I
You
feel
know,
like they
shit
were
like that.
following the 80s R&B, which was following the
But the
70s.
thing is, like
and
you see-
it kind of led to this
But
dance
the
movement.
radio
into
was was
the 90s.
radio was pushing all that music back in the days.
They were.
You had radios and you had like MTV.
Yeah.
You had
Yeah,
BET that was showing videos.
But it's
Very
too
true.
segregated.
But nowadays they're not even showing videos no more.
Yeah, but if it's a hit,
Nobody's like
someone's
listening.
gonna play it.
But you can't say
Yeah.
that because there's LMA. She's making
No,
songs.
that's what I'm saying.
you know.
There's good music
Yeah.
out there.
No, no, no.
And
But I'm saying is
radio
that
supporting some R&B.
no, I'm saying the R&B isn't as good now.
yeah.
I'm saying that the R&B isn't as good
Definitely
now.
not.
I think
Oh
you
fuck no.
I think these women, I think like especially the female R&B singers, I feel like they're going through this like weird hip hop R&B folk singer Janis Joplin like woman empowerment talking shit about dudes like music. And it's not club music. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, there's shit like that.
Do you
yeah.
know like you know what I'm talking
I mean,
about?
like which
right?
artist you talking about? Like Summer Walker,
All of them, almost all of them.
Jhené
Fucking Jhené Aiko.
Jhené
and-
Aiko.
Yeah, they're all bashing, man.
I like Snow Allegra.
There's
Look,
not a lot of party
the-
R&B music, basically.
But also the R&B singers came from like a church background.
Yeah.
Like they had to sing like
Casey and JoJo.
Yeah, everyone like had to sing.
Like a choir.
And now because of the technology, you're seeing a lot of bedroom R&B singers.
Very true.
And a lot of these singers can't sing live. That's why you don't have a lot of live performances and they don't have a good voice and they're limiting the melodies in the songs to cater to their lack of range.
Yeah.
Does that make
Their
sense?
vocal range.
Very true.
So they're singing like this. It's time to go to bed. Like
I have a
it's
question.
Like they're
I'm gonna
singing
play-
in like literally like
time to go to
you know what I'm
bed.
saying?
Yeah, nah, I
They're
agree with
singing
you.
like in a range where you're like, yo,
And
anybody
then-
can sing this shit.
I have a question.
And then they have auto-tune to help them out. In
Exactly.
Melodyne, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And yo, they're layering their vocals with the auto tune and that they're kind of blending it together. So
Very
it's
true.
It's like any of us could do that.
yeah, you
Go to the
could, you
studio
could.
and-
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Perform.
play devil's advocate, and I love Drake. But do you think he's the reason why shit went sideways for R&B? Because he started singing and rapping and kind of blended the lines between it. When before in the late 2008s, you had Joe. You had Tank coming out. Trey Songz's first album was very R&B-ish, but after Drake, the lines between hip hop and R&B kind of got.
I mean,
Well, I can't
that's
blame
like
Drake,
rude.
Because
That's
we
like
had
rude.
Ja Rule.
Yeah, Nelly was doing it.
50
Yeah.
Cent,
But they were not
definitely
singing
doing
as
it.
much
50
as
was
fucking
doing
Drake
it.
was.
Yeah,
Drake
you're
did
right,
a whole
though.
R&B Take Care album. That's an R&B
if you
album.
want to
Nelly
blame
was
somebody,
on
if
that,
you want to
man.
blame somebody, you got to blame Kanye for that 808s and Heartbreaks.
That was right before Drake.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I'm
it was-
saying.
yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying is that to me implanted the singing auto-tune seed into Lil Wayne. And then when Lil Wayne started singing, rappers were like, "Oh shit,
Okay, so
we
now
need to
now
start
Drake-
singing."
It's Lil Wayne.
I
and
will say
Kanye.
this: there's a
Because
huge,
because Drake actually kind of could sing.
yeah, he can.
Yeah, but he
Lil
sang
Wayne
like the way you were just
cannot
singing.
sing. Yes.
We're gonna put you to bed. That was Drake singing. He wasn't hitting no high vocals.
Yeah, but Drake got some good melodies.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not hating on it. Like, but
Yeah.
he kind of blurred those lines a little
He
bit.
did. But
With Fireworks,
the one thing about Drake, and this is what people don't understand, is that
Talk
the
to him.
reason why Drake to me is so successful is his enunciation. You can hear every word he says
Very
clearly,
true.
crystal fucking clear.
And
that's
He's
Canada.
easy.
That's Canada.
He's easy to listen to.
Easy.
very
When
easy
you hear
person.
him, you hear every fucking word. You can listen.
Very true.
You can sing every
Yeah.
lyric, and it's just like, yo, wow, this is fucking clear.
Yeah.
And that to me, people will not even know what the fuck I'm talking about, but that goes so far in music and
It really
club
does.
music. Yeah.
Because
I have a
nowadays,
question. Did 808 come out before Drake or
808s and Heartbreaks.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it came
like
out.
how long?
So
Like,
about
no,
a year before.
No. Fuck no. It was like 3 months because
all right, that's what I'm
Best I
thinking.
Ever
Yeah,
Had,
all right,
Best I
that
Ever Had
sounds
came out
right.
February 2009, and then 808s and Heartbreak came out
You're right.
2008 November.
That
You're right
sounds
about
right.
that.
But to
Yeah.
me, Drake is like, yo, he
How-
came into the game. He was like, yo, he's a singer. He's a rapper. I think Kanye, when he did that, it was like, wow, anybody can sing now.
However,
Very true.
Kanye did come out with the auto tune, and I put on For My City with Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
He was
Very
hitting a fucking auto tune like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he was.
And then Wayne came out with Lollipop 4 months prior to that. So it might be, you might be right. It might be
I
Wayne.
think when Lil Wayne started, it was just like it played
Because
like
Lil Wayne was the hottest shit at the time.
Yeah.
yeah,
he
had
was the only thing.
then you got like Young Thug, you got all these motherfuckers. You
yeah,
know?
not a whole. I mean,
Well,
Travis Scott-
everybody's doing it now.
Yeah.
You know,
But
that's
There is-
why.
there is like a huge void because I remember you were the first person I heard play LMA Boot Up in the club.
Yes.
And when you played it, I was like, "What
was with
the
you.
fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And the women were going crazy.
Stupid.
And I looked at Jamie,
And
I was
that
like,
song-
"Yo,
And you got to remember that song came out a year prior to
Yeah.
that. That song
that's
didn't
right.
blow up.
Yeah.
That song didn't blow up till like a year and a couple of months after it actually
when I saw the
came out.
reaction, I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
that's a
R&B is
great
back.
record.
And then he did like a cool ass like skating rink set.
Yeah,
I was like, yo,
oh.
this shit goes.
And it made me I almost forgot how good it felt to hear R&B in the club.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
skating rink
And
set.
Boo, that's
That's
what brought that
And that's
back.
why I still play like, you know, R&B in the club, because it still works. It's the passion. It's the whole like vibe. You know what I mean? You look out there, you see people singing, you see people actually smiling at each other.
But you also have that crowd to be able to play that type of music
very true.
at Dre's.
Very true. Very true.
But I feel like they earned it. I feel Dre's. I can't shit on anything that Dre's does because they earned it.
Yeah.
They took the chance
Yeah.
and they said like, "Yo,
And they kept it. They ran
This
with
is-
it. They
we're
feel like
gonna
they
do
up
this.
on it.
I'm gonna tell you because I'll keep it 100% real. To me, Franz has always been one of the best DJs in Vegas since he moved here, and I would say sometimes the venues didn't give him a chance because they weren't ready.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that he found a venue like Dre's that was ready for someone like
Not only that,
Franzen,
everything worked out at the right time.
Very
Exactly.
Timing
Hip
is
hop
everything.
came back. Was
Exactly.
coming back when he came on. He
Very
started
true.
doing Dre's.
But he
so
was
that's
still
like-
doing like a form of Dre's at Oracle.
He was, but
And
what
that
I'm
shit
try-
was bananas.
But what I'm trying to say is on the strip,
Oh yeah.
DJs tend to conform to the venues.
Yeah.
And the one thing I can say about Franzen is he never conformed
Yeah.
to the venues.
He
A
made
lot
a
of
whole,
people-
he made a whole hashtag.
Yeah, I think me and
Zach-
Never hold it up for the venues.
Yeah, y'all
all the
came
time.
out.
did,
Y'all
yeah.
gave up the goods.
We hold it up.
He was like, fuck that.
yeah, he.
The thing is,
Franzen has some self-respect.
He knows his worth. Like you motherfuckers.
well, a lot of people. I don't know if I talked about
Franzen
this.
looking at us like, yo, y'all doing that for real?
You really playing that, yo?
Well, here's the
Y'all play
thing.
that shit, man?
A lot of people ask me, "Yo, where did the no EDM hashtag come from?"
Yeah.
I don't know if I talked about this when I was on the
No,
first
you-
episode.
No.
So no EDM came from. I'm not going to name no names, no clubs, but there was a club in 2014 that wanted me to be their resident DJ. But they gave me the ultimatum. Well, if you want to do that, you're gonna have to play EDM. And I was totally honest with them. I told them I don't have EDM in my library, and I can't vibe with EDM. I'm not gonna play something I can't vibe to. That's just me. Like I can't go up there and fake something that's not real. I can't do that. I'm passionate about music, and I just told them straight up, I can't do it. And they're like, well, if you decide that you want to play some EDM, we want you to be our resident DJ. And that's how No EDM came about. That hashtag, that's exactly how it came about, man.
This city to me, like in 2020, when I look back at the last, 5 years or however you want to talk about,
6 years.
Dre's could have easily been another Las Vegas nightclub.
Yeah. Well, it was. You
Yeah.
gotta understand.
It started out that way.
When I started doing Sundays, that was the only hip hop night. Remember, Friday and Saturday was still EDM nights.
Yeah.
We had EDM DJs like
like
Mock J and
Sidney Sampson.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
You-
Tommy
those type
Trash.
of, that I was opening for, right? I was their opening DJ, bro. I would get the Dre's at like 10:30, play from like 11 to whatever time they came on. But I did me though. I played hip hop and R&B, and of course, the top 40, all the pop shit, right? But no EDM, and people were vibing to that. And I think that's exactly why Dre's decided they wanted to go hip hop all 3 nights, is because of when I started opening it up, they seen the people really vibing,
Right.
to hip hop and R&B, and with the headline and DJ, the EDM DJ would come on and he'd start playing, people would start leaving,
Right.
and I saw that with my own eyes. I was like, damn, I can't believe this.
Because honestly, man, like if I think about it, if I go to any other city, right, and we got to give Vegas props for this, and Dre's props for this, and Franzen props for this. Even if I go to Miami, there isn't a huge mega club that's all hip hop like that.
Dude,
Do you understand?
For 4
If I
nights?
go to LA or
mean
New
for 4
York,
nights?
yeah, 4 nights
Okay,
straight.
yeah.
back to back.
If I
mega
go to
nights.
LA, New York, right, there's
Fuck
nothing
no.
like that. So,
No.
if anything, I would say Dre's, if we compare it worldwide, is the #1 hip hop nightclub in the world.
And I've been saying that for like the last year.
And look at the artist
I have a
lineup that you
question.
guys have.
Sorry,
right?
sorry.
No.
Live is not 4 nights hip hop.
Nah,
no,
only
Okay.
Sunday.
Just
That's
that Sunday
Sundays.
night.
Okay,
party.
just live on Sunday.
And that,
Okay, sorry.
honestly, like if there wasn't a Live Sundays, there could be a Dre's. There could be what Dre's is now, but Live Sundays really set the tone for a mega club,
most
hip
definitely.
hop, Stevie J, right?
Yeah, shout out to my boy
Yeah.
Stevie J, headliner.
That's a big ass room, by the way.
Yo, listen, they've been doing Live on Sundays has been going on for at least 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
Little
it.
Wayne
That's
It
said
is
it.
the longest running. You want to talk about mega clubs? That's the longest running hip hop party ever that I know of.
Yeah.
Because I remember when the Tunnel was going on in New York in the 90s, that shit went on for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? When Flex
Really?
was, Flex was there on Sundays.
It may
3,
be a little
4
longer,
years?
but
Really?
Yeah, Tunnel
5?
Could be 5 years. Yeah.
Dude, I seen Rocket.
They didn't go 10 years.
They'll know where they went doing 10 years. Now.
Right.
Let's give him 8. Let's give him 8.
I would say like from 94 to 2001.
Really?
Okay, so like
God,
6, 7
damn.
years.
7 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
6 or 7 years, something like that.
Shit.
Tunnel was
10
grimy
years,
too.
like-
I remember my first time in the tunnel. They made me take my shoes off, open your mouth, let me see if there's any blades under your tongue. I was like, "Oh, this is some real East Coast, this is some real New York shit right here."
Yeah.
Think I'm a $150 somebody in the club? Are you crazy?
I'm a Filipino kid.
Right? Exactly. Look at me. I'm innocent.
I look Mexican.
Speaking of the Bay in New York,
Uh huh.
I got a question. Actually, never had a question, right?
Yeah, they have one
about E40, right?
E40 and Biggie.
Uh huh.
Somebody told me to ask you this before when you was on the show.
Okay.
Was there a time when E40 pulled out a gun on Biggie?
No, there wasn't a. The gun part, I can't confirm that.
Hold on.
But the
There
gun
was some
part,
type of beef though, right?
there was definitely some beef.
Yeah, there's a
Okay,
beef.
all right.
There
What
was
was
definitely
that?
some beef. I think Biggie was in like Sacramento, or it was like one of those cities outside the Bay Area,
Uh-huh.
and I think 40 had sent some goons to go, talk
Somebody
to him
told
or
me to
check,
ask you this question. Yeah.
go talk or check, check him
Mm-hmm.
because of the beef going on with Tupac.
Yeah.
And Biggie was the type of dude. Biggie was one of the coolest dudes in the world. Like, I've dealt with a lot of artists through my career. Biggie, I could count on one hand, and I got a lot of artists like in my phone. I could count on one hand on how many artists would just call me, just say what's up. And Biggie was one of those artists.
Really?
Yeah, he was that type of individual. Franz, what's up? He used to call me Franz. Big Franz. Baby. Franz, what's up? You good? I don't want anything. I'm just calling to say what's up. What you smoking? Like, he would just call me just to say what's up. I remember the time he called me and had Little Kim on the phone. This is when Crush on You just dropped. He's like, yo, I got my girl Kim. She's coming to the Bay to do promo on her album. Make sure you take care of her. Get her some smoke. Make sure nobody fucks with her. Just make sure she's good.
Wow.
And that's the type of dude Biggie was. You know what I mean? But going back to that story, yeah, there was definitely some drama. Biggie always felt, somebody was following him. Like, after that whole Tupac shit happened, this is like 96, right?
Yeah.
He always felt that, the West Coast, man, they really ain't got love for me because of this Tupac shit. And I'm telling them, look, I'm one of your, to this day, people ask me who my favorite rapper in the world is ever. It's going to be Biggie.
Over Jay?
Over Jay.
Damn.
I know it's crazy, right?
Chica, don't hear this.
Jay is number 2 though. Like it's because of Biggie's voice and his delivery.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of Biggie in Jay, so
Yeah.
that's why Biggie's my favorite. And
I
when
think
that
I know there was some guns pulled on that shit.
probably when that beef was going on, I had this. I stayed out of that shit, man. I'm
Yeah.
19. I'm like, I'm trying to concentrate on my career right now. I want to be here for 20 more years. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
worried about this.
I had heard a story about that actually, Nev, where that supposedly somebody booked Biggie just to set him up. So when they had him in the car going to the venue, they called E40 and they're like, yo, we got him right here. What you want to do?
Exactly.
And then-
That's the story right
And then
there.
40 was like, nah. Like, you good. They're going to take you back to the airport. You're going to go back to New York.
40's another dude who called me just to say what's up.
Ah, that guy's cool, though.
Yeah, he's-
Like,
he's
that
a-
guy
he's
seems
a
like the
good-
coolest
But
motherfucker.
exactly,
Yeah.
what happened with that whole situation, though? Is it happened what Jamie just said? The exact same thing?
Exactly what he said. That's exactly, 40.
I
has
think it was
some-
Stockton, California, by the way.
It was either Stockton or Sacramento.
Which is like 15.
God.
So,
like
so what
half hour.
happened? Like, how did it end? Like,
Yeah, that's what happened. Like, I guess the little goonie called E40 and was like, yo, we got him here. What you want to do? And then they're like, nah, put him on the phone. And I guess E40 and Biggie spoke. And then they're like, yo, they're going to take you back to the airport and you're going straight home. They were trying to set you up or whatever. But I think that's what happened. From
Crooked and Nev, if you don't know about Stockton, bro,
Stockton is a whole other fuck.
It's pretty.
I never even heard about Stockton.
Bro, you think Chirac and Detroit was bad?
Yo, Stockton
is no
beast.
joke.
Stockton sound like some shit in the UK.
I know. I can say that, right?
Yo,
in Ireland.
Stockton is grimy,
Stockton
bro.
is
In Ireland or something. Amsterdam.
I would go up there in the summers because my uncle
Break
used to
this
live
down
there.
because I don't know Cali well.
Bro, Stockton is up
Is
north.
it in between?
No,
or
no,
is it
no,
above?
no. So it's more on the east side of the Bay Area. It's about 40 minutes away, I want to say, or so.
It's in between. It's pretty much in between, like
from
the
San
Bay and
Francisco,
Sacramento, right?
From San Francisco is probably what, Santi, about hour and a half, 2 hours.
It's like 45 minutes an hour.
Like
45?
45? Yeah.
Without traffic.
Are you from Stockton?
But Stockton is a grimy fucking city. I used to go up there in the summers. Bro,
So why is it grimy? What was it?
Bro,
Because there's nothing to do out there. All there is to do
it's
is
like
gangbang.
Houston. It's open like Houston. There's a big...
It's the sticks, bro.
Yeah, it's bad, though.
Definitely
like,
the
motherfuckers
sticks.
will kill you and you'll never
Yo,
be found.
Stockton don't play.
I've never heard about this spot.
Is
before,
Mozzie
but-
is Mozzie from Stockton?
Mozzie's from Sacramento.
Sacramento,
actually.
okay.
Sacramento's pretty grimy too now.
Yeah, yo,
That's the
Stockton.
capital of
Kind of
California.
like those
for
stories you
who
hear
don't
about
know.
Connecticut. You know, there's certain parts of Connecticut that are
Like
like
New
really
Haven?
fucked up. Yeah.
Stockton is
You
New
go to
Haven.
Connecticut, you're like, oh shit, this is
Does
fucked
that
up.
exist? Yeah.
Yeah,
For
Stockton. That's where the Diaz brothers from the UFC are from. Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz. And they're grimy
Yeah.
shit fighters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got a little small airport, hella cheap flights from Stockton to Vegas. Back
And there's
forth.
two
The only
malls?
reason I know that is because I used to deal with a chick from Stockton.
Oh, my God. You what?
No, I used to buy her flights to come out here.
Look at this man.
Yo, and
You
there's
was a
two malls.
sponsor? You was a sponsor?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You was trying to upgrade her, like a low
Trying,
upgrade, right?
but,
Yeah.
Yo,
Any
but-
any upgrade is the
Ain't-
upgrade.
Ain't no upgrade to
Miles.
Stockton chick, bro. I tell you that right now. Right?
D Miles, Allegiant.
Yes.
Yes. He's a bad one.
Yo, we laughing at Allegiant, but this Raiders stadium is called Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yo, Allegiant Stadium. Allegiant got 2 flights out of Stockton a day. One in the morning and one in the evening.
And then you knew, right?
She was coming in the morning.
You're like, I want her out of here. You gotta. This is the only
man.
flight you could catch.
And then
Straight up.
Stockton has 2 fucking malls and they're across the street from each other and they're both grimy as shit.
Damn.
It's a bad place, bro.
Damn, we
shitting
should have
on
some Stockton
Stockton, man.
beef right
I
now.
haven't been there in so long.
Shout out to Stockton.
You're gonna
The
start
Stockton
rolling.
slab, you know?
By the way, they're growing some good weed out there too.
Amen.
It's
Any
nothing
of y'all
but
people in
fields.
Stockton hear this? Send me a couple of those, please. Personal, strictly for personal.
What do you call it? Yo, I want to ask you a question, man. We had like a lot of deaths recently. I know.
Man.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Right.
Right.
We've had Juice World. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Man.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Right. Mac Miller, XXXTentacion,
Lil Peep.
Fredo, Little Peep.
Crazy.
Yo, like we were talking about this earlier today, and even previously. Is there like a lack of OGs, or is the youth not listening to the OGs?
I think it's a little bit of both.
A little bit.
I think it's a little bit of both.
You
right?
were saying
I
someone
totally-
was shitting on the new OGs.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, I've read somewhere or so online how like this OG was online. He was talking about, these young kids, they're not listening to us. But then again, we're not like out there trying to teach them how to do better. So
Very
like
true.
you say, friends, it's like both the
It goes
OG's
both
fault
ways, yeah.
and the young kids' fault as well.
But it's also that they don't need us to get put on anymore, right?
Right.
Because before they would have
So easy.
needed us. They would have needed, like if you were in the biz, they would have needed to come to you to
that-
introduce them to the
For
to
that
the-
approval and introduce you to
exactly, and then
that
you would
person
and
to
you wouldn't
get
have
put on.
brought them to those people until you work with them
Till they were ready.
exactly
and got them ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now
It's a
these
different
kids,
era.
these kids,
They don't need it.
There's no middleman. There's just the
They
internet.
just go out there and do it.
However, going through an OG and getting put on by OG has a longevity more so than the other side of it. Than
Very
just
true.
Going through the internet and putting yourself on. The longevity is because you have cosigns and someone call you and be like, "Yo, you're fucking up. Don't do this. Do that." So yeah,
But if a kid is able to put himself, like, find his own beats, write his own songs, put his shit on the internet, and it blows up, it's kind of hard
Right.
to listen to an OG because you're just like, I got myself here.
Yeah, I don't.
Right?
Very
I don't
true.
think Russ. He's probably one of those kids that does everything, and I don't think he has OGs. However, I think he has OGs outside of the music industry that kind of lead him.
Well,
this
his
way.
dad is an OG. His dad runs like some marketing firm.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm sure he helped him with a lot.
And Franzen, maybe you could answer this too. Like I think the guys that have been successful in the music business the last 10 years, they've had OGs. Cole, Kendrick,
Yeah, Drake.
Drake,
Yeah.
Big Sean,
Yes.
like them 4 dudes alone. You know what I mean? They've had sustainability in the last 2
And
years.
maybe that's why they're
because-
still around.
Exactly.
Shit, even Future.
Yeah.
You know,
But these are also artists from 10 years ago.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, we haven't seen any of these younger kids have sustainability yet.
when you bump into new artists, or like because you say you produce,
Right.
obviously, and you're in the lab all the time, and you try to work with a new artist. Is there a difference?
Definitely their attitude, just how they carry themselves. The respect level.
Right.
It's very, very different, man. Because like you said, a lot of these artists, they can go on the internet and blow themselves up. So they don't have that guidance. A lot of these new artists, I think, they don't have the OGs there to be like, yo, you're doing this shit wrong. Yo, stop that before it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's too late for some of these motherfuckers, man. Like,
But I was reading about how Fat Joe was trying to warn 6ix9ine about
and
Yeah.
what he was going through.
and he didn't want to
He didn't want to
listen.
listen to him, and look what happened.
Because he figured I got myself this far.
But this is Fat
You know
Joe
what I
though.
mean?
yeah, I'm
He's been through a lot of shit himself. And for
also,
him to like try to help the young kid out,
I tell
the dude
everybody,
was like, nah.
what's the best teacher? Experience, right?
Yeah.
Like your past, like what you've gone through in life. And a lot of these the younger generation, they haven't gone through shit yet.
Nah.
So I think sometimes, when they don't want to listen to the OGs and they do go through some shit, hopefully it's registering to them now. Like hopefully 6ix9ine's in jail like, fuck, I should have listened to Fat Joe. I should have took his advice.
Yeah.
But now it's too late. It's too late because the respect level, like I said, and times have changed, right? Back in the days, if you wanted to record a song, you would have to book studio time.
Yep.
There is no, let me pull out my laptop and go to Guitar Center and grab some mics and an Apollo and record my own song. Back in the days, you really had to do work. Back in the days, like, if you didn't hear it on the radio, you couldn't play it on your phone.
Yeah.
You really had to do work. Where now, it's so much easier. That's why the other day I just tweeted, technology and the internet is a gift and a curse because it really, really is.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, some dude who's hustling can take 5 racks and be like, oh, I'm going to buy a laptop. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to make a song. And then put it on the internet the same day. 20 years ago, there was
And it
no
can blow
such
up.
thing.
You don't have to shop for a label to get put on.
There was no such thing. Exactly.
You're actually almost better off finding someone with a huge following already and then training them for music.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to create the following.
I mean, I think
Exactly.
Post Malone is something along those lines. He had a big following, White Iverson, and his whole style kind of just fucking flipped.
Crazy.
And took the fuck
But
off.
he's like he's a unicorn.
That's what I'm
because
saying,
he's
but-
got,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got a voice too.
He's,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, Travis got along the same lines, but again, it's those few guys. that you
I
find.
give it to Post Malone a little bit more.
No,
than
no,
Travis,
for sure, for
just
sure.
because I can hear Post Malone perform live.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Travis needs the auto tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs Mike Dean there. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
feel
he
like
needs help, but
you know what I'm saying.
But the following thing that you were mentioning, yeah, I think those are two rare unicorns that you said. But Post Malone is definitely the example of that,
Yeah,
where they kind of.
but that was a different era of SoundCloud
that was 5 years
music,
ago,
right? But
Yeah.
what's the era now? Like,
I
what
mean, the
what
era
are we
now-
moving into?
I don't know, man.
The era now is the viral moment.
TikTok.
Just a TikTok moment.
Oh shit! No way.
yeah.
TikTok.
Is that going to last though?
Yo,
TikTok?
but I'm gonna be honest.
'Cause
A
TikTok
lot of
started
new
like
music is
a year
popping
ago.
up on TikTok.
Yeah.
A lot of new music.
I told you about that Renegade shit. Remember?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
kid that blew up off of that track Roxanne. That
Yeah.
was TikTok.
Yeah.
Arizona's.
I don't even know his name. That's
Yeah.
how fucked up it is. Arizona something.
Service or whatever you. I fucked up.
Syphilis? What?
Syphilis. Arizona syphilis.
But yeah, no, I heard about that song off of TikTok, and it skyrocketed. And he probably accidentally made that song and had no idea how to hit on his hands.
Do you think like artists like the Baby? Do you think they peaked, or are they gonna peak this year? They just didn't hit the surface.
That's a good question because
I want to know who's gonna be the star of 2020.
To this
Who you
day,
think?
like,
who you think is gonna be?
Suge is still his biggest song today.
Man,
I
Sugar's
think.
crazy.
Bop
More
is
than Bop?
Bop, yeah. Well, Bop is a crazy record, but I think Sugar's just, when that song comes on, it's just different. And artists like the Baby, like, I respect artists like that because he's not using auto tune. You listen to a lot of these new artists nowadays, like it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Melodyne, auto tune, it's gonna be there. These guys from Buffalo, New York, right now, the Griselda guys, those guys are so fucking dope. And like these dudes are really like they're bringing it back to the essence of hip hop, and that's what I want to see.
Before we started, you said that when you had the baby, it was just ridiculous at Dre's.
Crazy.
Can you talk about like? I wanted to go bad that night, and I heard all
it. To me, like when people are saying, "Yo, this is the hottest new artist," I was like, "Yeah, he's one of them." But that night at Dre's, I believed it because it was it wasn't even like a big night either. It wasn't a big weekend. There was no fights going on. It was.
I think it was
a regular Saturday night.
No, I think it was Las Vegas. Day in Vegas. I think that was the weekend that it was. Yeah, because he was out here for that. I think he was doing that. I think
I'm not sure.
I think he was here on a Friday and he was performing at Day in Vegas on a Saturday.
You know what? You're right. Okay, that's what it was. But that crowd wasn't a Day in Vegas crowd. No, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that crowd was the baby crowd for real.
Yeah.
Like his performance was good.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
But here's another thing. Me being at Dre's for 5 years, I've seen so many artists rap over their tracks. If I want to hear you rap over your tracks, I might have just well listened to your song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect artists like Big Sean, Lil Wayne, Fabulous. These artists who actually rap over instrumentals,
Jay-Z.
and rap over, sometimes they bring a band. And I love that shit because that takes me back. Back in the days, like 90s, early 2000s, all artists used to rap over instrumentals.
Right. Or
nowadays, it's like, let's just go ahead and sing over the song.
I know.
And that shit is irritating to me, man.
Yeah.
And another thing artists don't do nowadays, they don't make radio versions. They don't make clean versions. You listen to old Tupac, Biggie, Snoop record, they changed the lyrics for the radio, for the kids.
Saying they re-rapped. They re-rapped.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They re-rapped their shit.
They make two versions of this song.
Yeah, two versions. Like to me, DMX and Faith Evans, that song How It's Going Down, the radio version to me is better than the curse version.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like that's one thing I do miss in music nowadays. I think a lot of these artists just are comfortable and they're lazy. And
they don't value radio.
They don't value it, and at the same time, somebody's not telling the artist, yo, you got to do this. You got to switch up. It's easy to switch up the lyrics.
I recently had to DJ.
I switch up the lyrics. Like,
DJ for Snoop. And his people gave me his instrumentals for him to perform over. And like all instrumentals, no TV tracks or nothing. It was just like instrumentals.
Yes,
which all artists should be doing. I hate when they don't do that. It's like the worst fucking sound.
So the baby was hitting his vocals over instrumentals.
Nah, but he kind of stops.
No. The baby actually performed over his tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No instrumentals.
Yeah. He stops and he dances and he fucks with the crowd. But to me, it's kind of like it's a different.
It's a given.
And then another thing,
it's just weird to me to just stop rapping your lyrics. It's almost like you're a hype man. And I honestly think.
Do you want to talk about hype man? Rich the Kid was performing one time, and all he was doing was ad libs.
Really?
Oh shit!
Throw them D's.
Ad libs. That's it. Just ad libs. This shit was crazy. I was like, "Are you listening to this?"
He's hitting like plug.
Just doing his ad libs, bro.
Rich the Kid.
I always have a thing with Travis Scott, man. I feel like he started the thing to kind of be the hype man for your songs.
Glorified hype man.
Yeah. Because he was just amping the shit up and it just became about jumping into the crowd, mosh pitting, and it didn't have anything to do with him performing. It could be in the middle of like his lyrics and a chorus and he just jump in and like the chorus would keep going and the song would keep going and he'd be in the crowd.
Yeah.
And I think that is dope. I think there's a movement in that alone, but I think it set the tone for everyone just being like, yeah, I'm just going to rap over my vocals. And then I need to have that Travis Scott moment of jumping into the crowd.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, remember everyone would jump in the crowd, they'd miss the crowd, they'd like fail, or the crowd would split. It was like all of these artists, and that was like the turn up moment of like, yo, like I did the Travis Scott shit. I did the mosh. Like, motherfuckers just mosh.
This is my highlight of my show, right?
Yeah. It had nothing to do with the actual performance. It just had to do with that act, that moment. It's almost like with EDM and like Las Vegas clubs and cryo. Like all these DJs want that cryo picture moment.
Yeah.
They want that cryo video moment, right? And it's kind of like that for the rappers at the same time. Man.
Yeah.
And I hate that hype. That hype. What do you call it? the hype man shit that like rappers are starting to become, and I feel like the baby can rap his shit.
Oh, he definitely can. A lot of these rap. Like I was just watching some footage of Roddy Ricch yesterday, and he was rapping over instrumentals, but he would miss. Like I know this. I've seen this guy before, but it's just that he would miss like the. You know how rappers like they rap their verse right, and then like towards the end, the word that actually rhymes, they miss that. They expect the crowd to sing it.
Right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound good. Like, you have to finish your lyrics.
You saw him live. Did he perform once at Dre's?
At Dre's, yeah.
How was he?
He did pretty good.
Yeah.
He performed over tracks, but he did pretty good.
Wait, who are you asking about? Roddy Ricch?
Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
he got it though. Like I've heard him perform over instrumentals. He's an artist that has it. He could do it.
He don't need the auto tune.
No,
He don't need the auto tune.
He's played over.
He just
keys.
needs to finish his sentences. That's all it is.
He has grammar. He has grammar errors.
Yeah, I think this is his year. I think.
You called that last year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely Roddy Ricch.
I think he's just like. I think the box is just touching the
That
surface.
shit has been number one for like 7 weeks
Yeah.
on Hot
And
100
the album
Billboard.
too.
Crazy.
Justin Bieber just got in the
It's
first
not even
week.
the best song on the album.
Yeah.
just
to me.
because some people are saying because of TikTok.
Yeah,
Probably.
man.
It's
I could see
definitely
that,
because
He made a TikTok for that song.
No, but I'm saying that TikTok, that
Yeah.
sound.
There's a
that's
lot of-
what made the song.
Yeah,
They're literally
somebody
saying-
clean the
Wow.
window.
Yeah, that's what made it go viral on TikTok. And
Roddy
wow,
Ricch
wow.
is definitely he's one of those artists to me, and I told him this. We actually threw his 21st birthday at Dre's when he performed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
I told him
He just turned 21.
He just
Yeah.
turned 21, and I told him,
Crazy.
bro, you're gonna be around for a long time. And dude is
Yeah.
a very, very humble guy too.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be around for a minute.
I have a question for you, Franzen. You've been in the game for 30 years plus, been cool with Rockefeller Records and a shit ton of other record labels. Have you ever thought of getting to the A&R game, like under a DJ Khaled or Rock Nation or?
Yo, people have been asking me that for years, and it's definitely something I want to do.
Because you have a different year opposed to the regular A&R because you are a DJ.
Mhm.
So you know what the fuck works.
I'm actually working on some stuff right now. Hopefully by the summertime I could put something out, but I just wanted the timing to be right, and I want it to be a good project. I just don't want to throw records out there. I feel like sometimes there's a lot of DJs that make these records just to put it out there,
Yeah.
just to say they have
like
something
media
out there.
content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna put out something, man, that shit has to be quality. It has to be one of those records that's accepted by not just DJs, by everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like that's why we're making this music. We're not just doing this for our friends. Like sometimes, people will make music just for their friends, and if their friends tell them it's hot, to them it's hot.
Right.
Well, my boys told me it was hot. Play the record. Well, shit, if your boys, like one time I'll never forget, I was still living in the Bay, and somebody asked me to play the record. I all right, cool. I listened to the record.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the hottest shit. And I listened to it in Q. I remember it was off a CD, and I told him, look, we'll make a bet right now. I'll play your record. If the crowd doesn't react, if some of my people start leaving the dance floor, you're gonna give me $500. Now, if they keep dancing and jumping around, I'm gonna give you $500. I was $500 richer that night. You know what I'm saying? Because I told him, bro, just because your friends think it's hot doesn't mean everybody thinks it's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had to give him a reality check.
But you've been working on this music for a while.
Yeah,
so
for a
I
while.
know you're being extra
Diligent.
yeah. Well, I mean, he's being
Careful, too.
he's being like really selective on what he's about to push out. Yeah.
I have to, man.
Have you ever fucked around and sent like Jay-Z a record and be like, yo,
I actually sent them a record last year. Damn, man. I might have it in my phone. No, he's not rapping over it, just the beat. That Scoop DeVille and I did.
Yeah, shout out to Scoop DeVille.
I'm gonna let you guys hear this beat actually when
when we're done.
yeah, when we're done.
what about Drake? You fucking around and send Drake a record?
I haven't sent Drake a record yet, but I
'Cause
do.
You did
but-
choose his biggest club record, maybe.
Motto, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But whenever I do go out to Toronto, I work with 40. 40 has taught me a lot of things.
Really?
A lot of things. Like 40 is actually, because I've always had my hands in producing music, But 40 was actually the one who was like, yo, I believe in you. Just go ahead and buy this piece of equipment, which was the MPC Live. And, you know, just start putting things together. And he's really the one who inspired me. And now I'm on Ableton. Ableton changed my life, man. Like, I've had this program for years, and finally, last year, 2019, I finally decided to start fucking with it. Yeah. And it's definitely changed my life. Man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I want to hear some Franzen shit, man.
I know, right, man. You guys will.
Gotta put it together, man.
Actually, when I leave here, man, I'm gonna go work some more shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I love to do.
Yo, man, like, honestly, I've you know, me, Neva, and obviously D and Jamie, we've seen your come up, you know, even in the city of Las Vegas.
Sure, yeah.
I love this city, man. And I told my family and friends that, you know, when my time is up, I'm gonna be buried in Las Vegas. That's my request.
Really?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because this city is, I mean, I have my own day in this city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What day is it?
May 28th, 3 days before my birthday. Lawrence Weekly and the city gave me my own key to the city, so they gave me a proclamation. So, like, this city is amazing. I've had my ups and downs in the city, granted, like we all have.
Right.
You know, I've even gone through, you know, gambling problems as well. Like, I almost lost it. I almost lost everything, man. I'm one of those people that's gone through it, and I'm not scared to talk about it.
Right.
You know, and this city will eat you up, but then again, when you do right by people, opportunities will come up.
Wow.
And I had to actually talk to myself in the mirror. I'm a Gemini, so I talk to myself anyway, right? But
I'm with you, bro.
I had to talk to myself in the mirror. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Like, I remember there was one time I couldn't even pay rent. Like, how am I going to pay rent? Like, this shit is fucked up. So that right there changed my life. When I got rid of that gambling problem, that changed my life right there.
It's crazy.
Big time, man.
I honestly think what you're doing,
I love this city, man.
Yeah, I honestly think what you're doing with Dre's is a legacy, and then we're gonna look back. We're gonna look back on it 20 years, and I would actually put it up there with a Studio 54 in New York.
I would put up there with Tunnel, Funk Flex Tunnel.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I don't even think motherfuckers realize it. You know
right
what I'm
now,
saying? But I'm saying, like, I think 10, 15, 20 years from now, we're going to look back, and a bunch of motherfuckers are going to look back, especially the artists. The artists are going to be like, man, when we was performing at Dre's in Vegas, like, they're going to look back like that was a legacy.
Well, think about who they've had. The Weeknd.
Chris Brown.
Yeah,
we've had everybody.
Future.
I feel like y'all had
T.I.
We've had everyone. Like, put it this way, I think we've had everyone except Drake.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Drake and Jay-Z.
Jay-Z ain't doing no clubs, though.
You've had J. Cole. Like,
but my goal is before my time is up at Dre's is to get Jay there just to come vibe to me DJing, man. That's like,
that'd be fucking.
That's
sick.
like one of my goals right there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like I'm gonna shout him out. Oh, we got Jay-Z in the house. I just want him to enjoy the moment. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't had the time to actually. The last couple of times I've seen him, I didn't get to bring it up. But next time I see him, I'll make sure I bring that up. And another thing I wanted to bring up to him was back when Give It To Me. I don't know if did I tell you guys a story about Give It To Me?
No, I don't think
so. The Jay-Z and Pharrell record. So when that record came out, Bobby Dash, who's Dame Dash's brother, sent me the CD. And I was on the radio 6 days a week at that time on KMEL in the Bay Area. And when I got that record, I listened to it once. I'm like, oh, I'm playing this on the air right away. I'm not calling the music director. I'm not calling the program director. I'm playing this shit right away. Put that shit in the CD case, played it. Hotline rings. That hotline bling. When that hotline bling, you know you're in trouble. What record is this? Oh, this is the new Jay-Z and Pharrell record. This shit is going to be a smash. It's called Give It To Me. All right, well, you come to my office tomorrow at 3 p.m. Go to my program director's office. I get suspended for a week without no pay.
Damn.
A week later when I get back to work, so it's 2 weeks now. A week later I get back to work. We're playing the record in regular rotation. And that's another thing I got to bring up to Jay. Crazy, man. I broke so many records at that radio station, but that one record that I believed in, I got suspended for.
So when you, I'm gonna question. When you came back to work, and they started playing the record, did you talk to your
director?
The director was like, "Yo, well, what's the deal?" It's like
the money was already garnished out of my paycheck, so it's not like I could have went back to it.
I told you so,
man.
You know, it was just one of those.
I would have went by the office like, "Yo, what's the deal, man? You
Like,
play
we
this
all
record.
laughed about it, you know. But that's one thing I've been waiting to tell Jay. It's been 20 years. I've been waiting to, and I've just all the interactions we've had in 20 years, and I still haven't told him that story. I can't wait to tell him that story. You know, hopefully I'll get a Rolex.
And it was different back then. It was different back then because you were the voice for what San Francisco and the Bay listened to.
Yeah, definitely.
It had to go through you first.
Definitely.
So it's not like the internet where people were like, "Oh shit, I just released a song." They'd be like, "I don't give a." It had to go through you, and you had to decide with the program director to
Fucking
play it.
gatekeeper.
Well, we would
over
have
here.
you know what I'm
mixer
saying?
meetings every week
Yeah.
too. You know, like our DJ crew at KMEL, we were known as all-star DJs, and whatever conventions we would go to, it was like 12 of us. They would fly all of us out, take care of all our hotel rooms, take care of all our food. You know what I mean? And times have changed. They don't do that for DJs anymore.
It's such a different
Fuck,
world
yeah.
because, like, even if you told, like, a kid who was like 18, like, just imagine that you wouldn't be able to. You couldn't get through music if it didn't go through me first.
Yeah.
Like,
Real
I
talk.
had to tell you what to listen to.
Real talk.
That's the crazy shit. And that's really how the industry has changed a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
tell
saying?
Mhm.
But I mean, that concept alone, now that I think about it, is kind of insane.
Yeah.
That you had that much power on the radio.
Crazy, man.
Did
Yeah.
you break Steel Dre as well?
Still Dre?
Yeah.
I broke that whole album. Before that album came out, I'll never forget, Interscope Records sent us the album. It was on a Saturday night on my mix show called Club 106, 6 to 10 at night. And when we got that album, Chronic 2001, I played the whole album from the intro to the outro. I'll never forget that.
Skip the porno break, but yeah.
That too, but the edited version, you know. So basically, everything on that record, man. Even Let's Get High.
Yeah.
Yo, I played that on the radio. Of course, the edited version, but I just remember playing that like, yo, this is gonna be a problem when I'm playing in the
Wow.
clubs.
That's crazy.
Crazy, man.
Yo, Fran.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Anything?
I think we covered a lot, man.
Yeah.
Are we gonna hear your name on
Appreciate
the?
y'all
Are we
for
gonna
having
hear
me.
your name on the next Drake album again?
He's working on that right now. I
That
don't
was
know,
a flex.
man.
That was a flex, though.
Big
you
time.
talking about the last album? You talking about
Yeah.
Elevate?
No, are we gonna, yeah. Well, I'm talking about Elevate, which was cool. But are you gonna get another one on this one? Do you know?
I never know.
That was a good flex.
That shit was
How
crazy.
did you find out about this one? Elevate.
Oh, okay. So here's a funny story. I'm gonna tell you guys a story about why he said that and how I found out about it. So I went on a birthday vacation by myself, solo, to Miami. When was that? 2000. Shit. When that album come out?
2018.
2018. It was in June. It was like 2 days after my birthday, and he texted me. He's like, "Yo, I'm almost done with the album. I gave you a shout out. I just want to say happy belated birthday." I was like, "Oh man,
Wow,
that's
man.
dope, man. Right on, bro. I appreciate that, you know." And then he asked me about this girl that lives in Vegas. I'll never forget it. But to make a long story short, so he tells me about it. When the album comes out, people start texting me like, "Yo, he just shouted you out on the album." He actually texted me the lyrics of what he said. Right? He's just like, he sent me all these text threads, and then this one text thread just had the lyric, the verse to where he mentioned me. And so I started hearing from people like, "Yo, he shouted you out." I'm like, "Fuck, I gotta listen to what he's talking about."
Yeah.
So he shouted me out. I knew what he was going to talk about, but I just didn't know how it was going to come out. Like when he sent me the lyrics, I'm over here trying to rap it. Like, all right, is this how he would rap it? That was fucking wrong, of
Got it
course.
at the aria.
So when I heard it, I was like, "Oh shit, okay, this is what he was talking about." Because I don't believe people until it actually happens. We
Yeah.
live in a world today where people say shit and won't follow through with it. Or I didn't even think it was gonna make the album. So when I heard it, I was like, "Oh, that's dope." But when I heard the record, I was like, "Should I play this at the club?" I was like, "You know what? I'm with my close friends right now, and the record is about, your boys, you elevating with your boys and taking it to the next level." I played it in the club. Nobody was feeling. I was like, this ain't a club record. But it was just dope for me to.
But
play
I know
the
you
record.
brought that shit back. You had to have your.
I actually didn't bring it back.
You didn't bring your line back.
You dropped Motto instead.
You didn't
know
do it.
I didn't drop Motto.
You didn't bring it back.
I didn't bring it back, but I did record it on Instagram and put it on my story.
You should have brought it back. You know, get your flex
Get
on.
your name on it.
You gotta really nail
I'll do that
it.
I'll do that next time you come to Dre's
With some
man.
gunshots.
But how that story came about, so he came to Vegas one night just on some fluke shit, wanting to gamble. And I remember I had my 90s party at Dre's. This was like my second or third 90s party. I had Snoop performing. It was on a Sunday night. And he texted me right before I'm going on, like, yo, I just got to Vegas. Party at the Aria. I'm like, bro, I gotta work. He's like, we're not starting the party till like 2 a.m. I was like, cool.
Perfect.
He's like, I need you to invite some girls. I was like, bro, that's not a problem. I got it. Sent the mass text out, told Gino to hit some girls. Next thing you know, like I get off like around 3:30 and we're all headed to Aria. We got about 80 to 100 girls with us.
Whoa.
80 to 100
I like
girls.
how you say, send the mass text out.
But no.
Wait,
When I tell these girls, I'm just telling them it's a private party. I'm not letting them know, oh, it's Drake's
But they
party.
know.
It's Drake's party.
Yeah, but they have an idea.
They gotta know.
And it's
They
Drake.
might know, but Drake wasn't even supposed to be in Vegas that weekend. He just came on the fluke. So when we got to the suite,
Wait, what kind of girls are these, by the way? These are just random shorties in Vegas?
a
A couple working girls, couple everything?
all over the place. Like, out here in Vegas,
Top tier.
We got girls that work 9 to 5. We got girls that strip. We got girls that work the carpet in the casino. All the girls, like.
Did you have to take care of the transportation of, like, you brought the shuttles
Hell
out?
no. I told him, meet me at Aria. Take the Uber. Do what you got to do. Drive yourself. So we walked upstairs and we created the whole vibe. It was just a party. I remember French was up there. Ross was up. It was just a bunch of random people up there.
When Drake comes into town, all of these shorties hit your DM, right?
Like we're seeing.
A couple.
Because I see you on.
now
IG.
they know. Now they know.
Yeah.
I'll put them on blast.
I see the Instagram.
Oh, the
and
LOLs?
you're like, oh,
Yeah.
everybody.
I love that, by the way. I
You're
love
like,
that.
all these shorties hitting me up right now, saying, "How you doing, Fran? Where you at tonight?"
The LOL
They
is the
know where I'm
illest
at.
shit.
The LOL is.
We all get it, though. Like, come on now. We all
I
get it.
don't get that shit.
We're not all friends, bro.
Hey, Wall post something. Oh, what are you doing tonight? What are you talking about? You just liked the picture.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What am I
You
doing
know what's
tonight?
going on. Come on.
You know, they try to make small
This your
talk.
bottle? This your bottle?
It's your bottle, the bottle right?
Take a double
So it's
shot.
just at my table. So.
Take a double shot.
Not
Go
gonna
ahead.
lie, last time you had something at the Palms, you invited Darren. And Darren's like, "Yo, let's go." So we went up, and they didn't even let us in.
Oh, bro.
he was tight.
Yeah.
When?
He was
What was
tight.
This was
It was like last year, 2
maybe
years ago.
2 years ago. It was a
What was
sweet
He was
party.
tight. It was at
I
Palms.
wouldn't let y'all
This is-
motherfuckers in either.
This must have been before the podcast, right?
No, this was after the podcast.
No, what party was it?
I don't know.
Remember, we were.
It was at Palms, but he didn't want to fly solo, so he's like,
These
"Meet me out
motherfuckers
here."
remember.
Was it a Halloween party? Because that's
No,
in the last 2 years, that's
They
the
couldn't
only
wait to
party
bring
I've
this
thrown
shit
at
up.
the
Maybe.
Palms.
I just remember the security was like not having it.
He's like, "Yo,
What security was it? Was it Palm security or was
I
it?
think so.
no,
It was
it
at the door.
was
It
at
was
the door.
at
At
the
your
door.
door." So we
And-
showed up and we knocked.
I was like,
Darren
yo,
got
like
so
I even
mad.
I even showed him like your text message. He was like, nah.
Was it Santi over there?
No, it wasn't Santi. I don't know, but Darren really got mad. We went to McDonald's afterwards.
I was like, man, let's bounce. I didn't have Gino's number. I had your number. I text you, but I was like, I can't even bother him right now. He's DJing, so
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
Yeah,
make
because
a
I'm one of
scene.
those cats that I don't check my phone. When I'm
I don't
Yeah.
check my phone
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
I was like, I ain't gonna make a scene. It's all good.
See, I
man.
got
was like,
dissed at
Jamie,
the
that's
door.
it, man. Yeah,
Yeah, we got there, and then we just turned around.
I was.
Damn, my bad, bro.
The
I was
fucked up
finding
thing
out.
is,
Don't feel bad. Don't feel
Yeah,
bad.
the
man,
fucked up
this
thing
is
was that
too
we
bad.
showed up, right? We're in the elevator, we're going up, and then these two girls, like 3 to 4 girls or whatever, they get in the elevator, and we're like, "Oh, we're all going to the same place." They let those girls go in, and they're like, "Hold it, right?" We're like, "Yo, we're with them." They're like, "No."
Damn, my
Yeah.
bad, you guys.
Nah, it's
all
cool,
good.
but it was a fun story. Darren was definitely pissed, but it was funny.
I don't like hearing shit like that.
Nah,
You know,
nah,
I like to take care of the people that take care of me. And you guys have always been great to me, man. Like,
Yeah.
It's
I
okay.
like hearing
Next
that
time, hit us up for the aria. But anyway,
I got you.
Now, Franzen, like you've always been the solid dude. Even when me and Never Had knew, we had the store.
You always
And you
would come.
I still
man.
wear my new shirts.
Yeah, you would come in and do an hour set, 2 hour set.
I just
Exactly,
love
man.
those,
For the
man.
love of it, man.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is this, like, you know, if I treat I'm from the old school. I treat people how I want to be treated, and you guys have always showed me respect, and I'm gonna show that respect right back. You know what I mean? It's not about how much clothes you could give me or how much money you could pay me for DJing.
Yeah.
It's all about the respect level, and that's why I did that for you guys. I'm not doing that for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
No, even
Some of y'all out there for the right price, I can make your shit tighter. But this is family right here.
No,
So
even
that's why I
when,
did that.
when I used to come out here at my early 20s, I used to hang out with Darren. Even at Oracle, you showed me love. You didn't know who the fuck I was. Gave me a Long Island, and we hung out that night.
It's all like I go off energy and vibes. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like, I could read people really good, and there's so many people come up to me, oh, how come you don't fuck with us, or how come you don't hang with us? It's because I can't hang and fuck with everybody. I'm not that type of person. I'm a very secluded person. Like, I'm cordial with everybody. I can be cordial with everybody. Like, I'm sure everybody respect. But as far as inviting you to my personal place, my studio, my house, it's got to be deeper than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't fuck with everybody, especially in this city, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
Especially in this city.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that cordial line. I haven't heard that word in a
Yeah,
minute.
cordial's it's a good friendly line going
I'm
on.
gonna start telling shorties that.
Yeah.
We
Cordial,
cordial.
whatever,
Cordial, yeah.
You know?
What are we? We're cordial.
Yeah, that's the new status.
That's the new status,
Talking,
cordial.
we're cordial. Yeah, I like that.
Cordial.
Yo, Fran, thank you so much for coming through, man.
And thank you guys, and
Thank you.
congratulations, man, on over 100 episodes. I watch a lot of the episodes, and you guys really do get after it, and ask these DJs and these music people the right question, man. And I'm inspired by watching the episodes. Even Santi. My bro Santi's like, yeah, I listened to their podcast. It's just dope. I was just in Chicago last week, and a couple of people came up to me. Yo, I seen you on that R.O.A.D podcast with Crooked Never, D Miles, and Jamie. Yeah, and that was almost 2 years ago.
You were episode 13, my man.
Wow.
And
Lucky
we're in
number
episode
13.
124 now.
I think you were
124.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was our third DJ, right? Because it was
I think it
I
was
know
Ross.
Ross is the first one.
The captain, and then him.
Yeah.
Wait, this is episode 124.
Yeah.
No, this is 125, 26.
5, 6, yeah.
I was about to say,
But 24 comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, dope.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys, man.
Nah, you
thanks for
did
coming
it
through,
on the
bro.
love before you even knew what the fuck we were doing.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
came-
fuck it,
You took a chance with
And
us,
you were
man.
sick
Hey.
that day, too.
I was.
Yeah, you
I was, but y'all had some do say for me.
Now you got the Don Julio.
Hey, man, it's just, a blessing. I know D, Never, and Crooked, we've been in these clubs in Vegas way over 10 years, way over 15 years, and we're still here.
Yeah.
Yep.
If we could do it, you motherfuckers can do it, man.
That's right.
Exactly.
Right? Don't ever give up on your dreams, man, because we're still here.
And listen to the OGs.
And this guy's still breaking faders.
Not anymore.
That's the old Crooked.
I don't do that no more.
No more?
No more, man.
That's a lie.
I don't know about that, man.
He'll blow out a speaker.
You want to hear something funny? I just actually, what was it, a 900? A Pioneer? I just broke a fader 3-4 months ago, and I thought about Crooked was the first person I thought about, man. I was
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Allegedly.
It's not true. These are lies. These are industry lies that motherfuckers make up.
We were friends, Franzen.
Hey, yo, Franzen, thank you so much for coming
brother.
through, man.
Thank you. Thank
Always
you
a
guys.
pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Appreciate
man.
you, man. Shout out to the whole DJ community out there, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to DJ City, too.
Yeah.
For never, ever, ever shutting my account down. There's a lot of record pools out there that'll shut your account down. Oh, you didn't give us a shout out. But you know what, DJ City? You guys are my favorite, man. Shout out to you guys.
There you go.
We don't even need a promo for that.
We don't need a promo for
Yeah,
that.
there we go.
But if you want to see this video alongside with any other brand new video we put out every Friday, youtube.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be the first to get the video.
There it
And
is.
then, yes, shout out to DJ City, man.
Shout
we
out
out.
to DJ City.
Peace.
Peace.
Sundres on a Sunday.
Yes.